Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors...
For every victory, for every highlight, for every team in the Summit Athletic Conference, we've got you covered. Like, follow, and subscribe for all the latest.
Parkview Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walking clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit parkviewsportsmedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels. Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Parkview Ortho Express is open Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Call 260-266-4007 for more information.
Brooks steals it, tips it away to himself. He'll go to the hoop and slam it down.
They attack, they get a great shot.
Here he comes. And Lucas Cole. Shot hits the post. And the centering feed to Luke Gibson. Shot scores.
The rush comes. Oh, almost picked off by Ethan Hoover.
And the takedown.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Come see us in Decatur at the 2733 Auto Mall and shop 7 brands in one location. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Call 260-266-4007 for more information.
Get mad about blue. Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's the Go to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ant in action. Get mad about blue.
Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
From the Parkview Sport One Ice House, this is Fort Wayne Spacemen Hockey on the Spacemen Broadcast Network. The United States Premier Hockey League was founded in 2012. In the Premier level, players aged 17 to 21 compete in several divisions. In its inaugural year, the Spacemen are in the Midwest East, along with the Chicago Cougars, the Decatur Blaze from Illinois, the Detroit Fighting Irish, the Metro Jets from Fraser, Michigan, the Midwest Blackbirds from Dyer, Indiana, who the Spacemen defeated 11-3 on the road in their first game, and the Motor City Hockey Club from Troy, Michigan. That's who the Spacemen take on tonight here at the Ice House. The first of a two-game series face off tonight at 6 p.m., and then they'll play the second game tomorrow here at the Ice House at 11:30 in the morning. Along with Brandon Porter, I'm Kent Horman, delighted to bring you the inaugural game of junior hockey coming to Fort Wayne, Indiana. And Brandon, one of the things interesting about the Spacemen, 9 of their 19-man roster are local products, many of whom you're familiar with coming from the high school level.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of these players at the high school varsity levels, and they all have great talent, from the Logans brothers to the Perry brothers, and then exactly from the Huffman brothers, who a couple played for the Carroll Chargers, who were a big powerhouse here in Fort Wayne for the longest time.
The Spacemen are coached by former Fort Wayne Comets captain Kaylee Schrock, and once fans get a look at the Spacemen uniforms, they'll see some familiarity because the Spacemen are supported by the Fort Wayne Comets of the ECHL. They're throwing a bunch of support behind them, so they have that kind of Spaceman astronaut logo that the Comets had back in the 60s that were extremely popular. They've got a little 260 logo on the chest. That is the area code here in Fort Wayne. So a lot of ties here. The color is orange and black that kind of associate the big club, the Comets, with the Spacemen.
And that's one thing that kind of unites this city with its hockey legacy. We've had hockey in this town for going on 68 years now with the Fort Wayne Comets. We've had a junior team before with the Fort Wayne Federals from, I believe, 2008 to 2014, and then with the high school level here, and even the Fort Wayne Comet travel team, who is now the Parkview Sports Medicine Force.
And one of the things we'll be looking forward to seeing is how these teams match up. It looks like Kaylee Schrock built a team that, like Kaylee Schrock, was gritty and had a lot of quickness, played with a lot of heart and a lot of hustle. We don't know a lot about Motor City. It'll be interesting to see what their makeup is. They are basically a lot of Michigan-based players. They have a couple of guys. A guy came in from Cleveland, Ohio, a guy from, let's see, we have Louisville, Kentucky, we have Colorado Springs, but primarily Motor City is made up of Michigan kids, and of course Michigan is a pretty good hotbed for youth hockey and junior hockey.
Indeed. And surprising, one of the players actually from the Fort Wayne Spacemen is actually all the way from Seoul, Korea.
And that will be somebody we're going to want to check out. Yeah, Yimin Kim, and he, we've got him from Seoul. We have Emmy Johnson from Independence, Minnesota. And we actually have, I guess Motor City would say it's a defection because Lucas Robbins comes from Livonia, Michigan, along with his brother Logan Robbins. And then, of course, the starting goaltender tonight, Lance Giovenko, comes from Louisville, Kentucky. So that is one of the things. These players not only come from all over the country to play in this league, but as you pointed out, they come from all over the world. They want the chance to play at this level because who knows? I think the goal is to see if the guy can progress, again, ages 17 to 21, to possibly get a shot at playing some college hockey, and then who knows? Maybe they have a chance to play pro. Who knows? Maybe one day somebody who once played for the Spacemen could play for the Comets. There is that possibility.
Yeah. The USPHL is a feeder program into a lot of the NCAA teams of the college level, as well as into the major juniors, such as the Quebec Major Junior League with Rimouski Oceanic, who, of course, just retired Crosby's number from the entire league, to the Rouyn-Noranda Huskies and a lot of the other major teams and leagues up in the Canadian levels. So this is kind of like a great opportunity for them to get their feet under them, who are looking for more competition than some of the other high school levels than actually can produce.
Well, and one of the things that will be interesting, too, that I think will be kind of fascinating as the season wears on, because the Spacemen have a rather unique schedule. They are home tonight and tomorrow night, and then they'll also be home October 5th and October 6th, a Saturday and a Sunday, and then it's like they go away for almost 2 months. They spend all of October away from Fort Wayne. They spend most all of November away from Fort Wayne, And so it's a really protracted road swing. And then they're going to finish up starting January 17th. They'll finish out the remainder of their schedule with home games. So they're going to really become road warriors and have to survive a lot of travel, a lot of tests on the road. But they will finish up with a slew of games here on home ice.
Yeah, and a lot of that road schedule is for scouting purposes, which a lot of showcases where a lot of scouts from the major leagues and the college levels will be at to start scouting these players to see who's ready to move on to the next level and who kind of needs maybe another season or two at this USPHL level.
Okay, the teams have completed their warm-ups. As you can see, the Zamboni is on the ice, so we are roughly a little under 12 minutes from the opening face-off. We will take a break and be back with more of the Spacemen pregame show. You are watching Fort Wayne Spacemen Hockey on the Spacemen Broadcast Network.
Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walking clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit parkviewsportsmedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors...
For every victory, for every highlight, for every team in the Summit Athletic Conference, we've got you covered. Like, follow, and subscribe for all the latest.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age.
Brandon Porter and Kent Horman back on the Spacemen Broadcast Network. We are moments away from the home opener, the inaugural home opener from the Fort Wayne Spacemen. We're roughly 18 minutes from face-off. Brandon, that might carry over a little longer when you always have opening ceremonies. We're going to have the introduction of every player on the team. Ben Boudreau, the new head coach of the Fort Wayne Comets, is going to drop the ceremonial first puck. We hope to have Benny up here for a conversation a little bit later in the broadcast because the Fort Wayne Comets will begin their 68th training camp in the ECHL, and that begins Monday out at Memorial Coliseum. He's very excited. It's going to be a new-look Comet hockey club. So it's good to have the head coach of the Comets out here to support the Spacemen. And we were talking a little while ago as far as some of the key players that the fans will learn, as I will, as a matter of fact, but the fans will learn about on this Spacemen Hockey Club, a couple of guys to keep an eye on.
Yeah, so a couple of players of the game that we're going to be calling them is number 15, Kevin Lapointe, who last season against the Michigan team the Midwest team that they played last week, had 2 goals, 2 assists, as well as number 20, Jared Fisher, also with 2 goals, 2 assists. So they're kind of our players to watch to see if they can continue that scoring momentum into tonight's game against Motor City.
And we will have the starting lineups a little bit later, coming up in just a moment. But one of the things we can tell you, a little bit of a sneak preview, is that Jared Fisher will be in the starting lineup for the Spacemen. We don't have the starting lineup yet for Motor City. They are coached by Jason McCrimmon, and an assistant coach is John Clippert. And, of course, the head coach of the Fort Wayne Spacemen is former Comet captain Lincoln Cayley Schrock. And, again, you can already tell. I come out here and play every Tuesday, and Cayley Schrock is on the ice with his team, and you can just tell that they feed off of his energy.
Yeah, and another thing is, one of the best things about having Cayley Schrock as the coach, he's actually another hometown product.
Yes.
Played for the Snyder Panthers at the time, now known as Summit City Panthers. But that's that hometown feeling right here. So he knows what it takes to compete in this town, what the fans of the city expect, especially from the Comets, that they expect winning teams every year, championship almost every year. So he's trying to bring that championship caliber experience, even from his high school years where he won a state title, here to the Spacemen, hopefully bring a good chance to win a championship here.
And for those of you along the United States Premier Hockey League television network watching this game, and you're trying to figure out, okay, who is Lincoln Cayley Schrock? He's a guy, again, a local guy from Fort Wayne, Indiana. And as Brandon pointed out, played high school hockey here in Fort Wayne for Snyder High School, went to Division III Lowell, and actually won a Division III national championship with Lowell. And then, wow, it's been about 10 years ago since he came back to Fort Wayne. He was offered a tryout. It was kind of a favor. He was told, yeah, we'll bring you to training camp with the Fort Wayne Comets, but chances are very, very slim. And it was interesting because Cayley Schrock was virtually told, you're probably going to have to fight your way into this hockey team. And Cayley, who wasn't that much of a physical player in high school and college, decided, okay, I'm going to take it seriously, and I'll fight my way onto this hockey club. So all of a sudden, he gets the nickname Schrocky Balboa, and he became a Fort Wayne legend. That's one of the things, too, that I will find interesting, because hockey at this level, well, high school hockey is plenty physical, but at this level, you may see a few mitt drops. I'm not sure the coaches encourage that, but fighting is allowed at this level, so you never know, especially in a two-game series after these teams have gotten to know each other tonight, what tomorrow might bring. But this is a physical brand of hockey.
Okay, there we go. I'm sorry. So what every coach expects at this level is a strong physical game, yes, but also a game where they want to compete. They don't want to necessarily just fight their way to a win. So they want to actually play a more strategic game where they don't have to rely on, oh, well, let's just beat up the other team and where they're all tired now, so we got a chance to win.
Well, I think in this generation, too, I'm not sure that kind of hockey will fly today because you don't have just the tough guys anymore at any level, whether it's the ECHL, whether it's the American League, whether it's the NHL. Anybody who fights had better have the skill to skate, pass the puck, and maybe pop it into the net. You just don't have the guy who go out, he's going to agitate somebody into a fight. So you still have to develop the skill sets, and I think the kids at this level, no matter how high they eventually progress, you're right, they're going to have to do it with their skill sets instead of just saying, okay, I'm going to drop the gloves.
Yeah, a prime example of that would actually be a player from the Winnipeg Jets of the NHL, Dustin Byfuglien.
Yes.
He's a very physical player, but he's not afraid to – he will get a pass. He'll score a goal. He's not afraid to do that, but also he ain't afraid to say, hey, you don't do that to my team, and if you do, we're going to have a problem.
Well, we are moments away from the teams taking the ice and preparing for the introduction of the Fort Wayne Spacemen and the starting lineups. Again, tonight's face-off will be at 6 p.m. here Fort Wayne time. Tomorrow, the same two teams right here at the Parkview Sport One Ice House. It'll be Motor City and the Spacemen at 11:30 a.m. And then Fort Wayne comes back here next weekend as they have back-to-back games with the Chicago Cougars. It'll be 8 o'clock a week from tonight with the opening face-off. And then on Sunday, October 6th, it will be a 2 p.m. face-off. So 4 of the first 5 Spacemen games here on home ice at the Ice House. And then we talked about that protracted road trip. 7 road games. And then they'll squeak in a home game on Friday, October 25th. And then basically they are going to be road warriors for the month of November and also the month of December. They will squeak in one December game. That'll be December 7th against Metro. That's an 8:30 p.m. biscuit drop. And then they're going to wrap up with 11 home games beginning Friday, January 17th. Decatur will come in for 3. Columbus will come in for 3. The Fighting Irish, and that's the Detroit Fighting Irish, will come in for 3. And then Midwest, which are the Blackbirds from Dyer, Indiana. Metro comes back, and then at nearly the end of February, Midwest will wrap up the 17-game home schedule for the Fort Wayne Spacemen. So we see the teams now taking the ice for their final warm-ups as we are just about 2 minutes away from getting things started. Detroit, or I should say Motor City, will come on the ice in red uniforms trimmed with black and white stripes. Actually, I think those are pretty snazzy uniforms. And then wait till the fans see the Spacemen uniforms because, again, I have been, as I give away my age, following the Fort Wayne Comets for 50 years. And the jerseys that the Spacemen will be coming out and wearing were the first jerseys I saw the Comets wearing when I first saw them during the 1968 season. So certainly some Fort Wayne Comet flavor here with our Spacemen, which is exactly what owners John Finch and Todd Ramsey wanted.
Yep. Like I said, they wanted that hometown connection, and they sure have brought it.
Well, we're now awaiting the arrival of the Spacemen because Motor City has taken the ice. They have gone to their bench. And a bit of a bonus tonight for the Spacemen, with this being opening night. The public address announcer will be Larry Schmidt, who is the longtime public address announcer at Memorial Coliseum for the Fort Wayne Comets. So the officials are on the ice right now. They're taking a final check of the nets. And we are just about a minute away, and we will meet for the first time here in Fort Wayne, the Fort Wayne Spacemen. Again, this is the United States Premier Hockey League. The first year, the inaugural season, and the inaugural home game for the Spacemen here at the Parkview Sport One Ice House. These are players age 17 to 21, and the goal is to one day use this level of junior hockey to progress and possibly play college hockey, and then who knows beyond. We were talking earlier, Brandon, Kaylee Schrock, Snyder High School player, went to Lowell College, a Division III school, won a national championship there, and then he had a very solid professional career. Now here he is, the head coach of the Spacemen, and you talk about this giving back to Fort Wayne. Yeah.
And we are 8 seconds away from the introduction of your inaugural 2019-2020 Fort Wayne Spacemen.
Well, they're revving up the music here. We hear public address announcer Larry Schmidt trying to get the crowd revved up. And by the way, you know, we have noticed we are here at the upper level in kind of the restaurant area, which has been renamed Overtime. And they just recently installed some bleachers on one side of the rink opposite where the players' bench are. We're here in the upper level. There is a great crowd here tonight, Brandon.
Yeah, indeed. Fans are excited to see what this new team is all about.
Well, they are introducing the Spacemen, starting with Lance Giovenko, a goaltender. Also, Alex Shelkinov, another goaltender. And then there is the third goalie, Isaac Gleisner. Now let's meet defenseman Alvin Berard. He'll wear number 4. Number 5 is defenseman Jack Huffman. And number 9 is right winger Trey Huffman, so part of the Huffman brothers. Number 11 is a centerman Cameron Perry. A local product, Corbin Schiebel. He'll wear number 12. This is the gentleman you were talking about, Brandon, Kevin Lapointe, a left winger out of Quebec City who had 2 goals and 2 assists in the home or the road victory, the first road victory ever by the Spacemen when they won 11-3. Tom's Barons wears number 15. Right winger number 18, Jimin Kim, and he is the guy from Korea, so he's a long way from home. Number 19 is right winger Lucas Robbins out of Livonia, Michigan. And now here comes another Fort Wayne product, Jared Fisher. He also had a couple of goals and 2 helpers in the opening road victory. Another Fort Wayne product, Devin Perry, a right winger. We talked about this at the start of the broadcast. 9 of the 19 players presently on the roster are from Fort Wayne, including number 79, Eric Stratton. Here is the other bookend of the Robbins brothers. Logan Robbins, a centerman out of Livonia, Michigan. Emmy Johnson is a defenseman from Independence, Minnesota.
Bit of a surprise one there, number 23, Austin Ormsby, also another Fort Wayne native.
Yeah, they just sneaked another player in, and he is playing tonight instead of Brandon McNeil. So now, Motor City will line up at its respective blue line. I'll tell you what, we'll take a break right now, and we'll come back because then we'll have the starting lineups, and when we come back, we will have the opening face-off. You're watching Fort Wayne Spacemen Hockey on the Spacemen Broadcast Network. Well, that is the magical voice of Tom Didier, who continues the Fort Wayne Comet flavor influencing the Spacemen, because Tom Didier always sings the national anthem on opening night of Comet games and many games throughout their home schedule. So Tom on hand here at the Ice House to sing the Canadian national anthem and also the U.S. national anthem. And as they prepare for the ceremonial puck drop, the brand spanking new head coach of the Fort Wayne Comets, Ben Boudreau. And if that name sounds familiar, yes, he is the son of Minnesota Wild head coach Bruce Boudreau, who had quite a playing and coaching career right here in Fort Wayne.
Yeah, that was actually, unfortunately, a little bit before my time, I believe, before I became what is known, obviously as the true diehard fans that I am for the Comets.
So Ben with the ceremonial puck drop. Handshakes all around, and we are just about set for hockey. The starting lineup for Motor City in goal is Matthew Garneau. On defense, it'll be Tiago Ramirez and Griffin Hernelstein. And up front, it'll be Makita Shulga, Ricky Schoenrock, and Brendan Gensman. The starting lineup for the Spacemen brought to you by Three Rivers Federal Credit Union. Starting in goal out of Louisville, Kentucky, Lance Giovenko. On defense, it'll be number 4, Alvon Berard. The other blue liner will be number 5, Jack Huffman. And up front, the center is Jared Fisher. On right wing is Trey Huffman. And manning left wing will be Tom Behrens. And again, the head coach of Motor City is Jason McCrimmon. His assistant is John Clippert. And the head coach of the Fort Wayne Spacemen is Kaylee Schrock. And it looks like Chris Hoy is going to be our official. I'm familiar with him in both playing and officiating circles. Chris, one of the finer players to come out of the Fort Wayne area, and just a great guy, and he reinvests in the sport as a player and as an official. So coming to center ice, it will be Schoenrock.
And the captain of the Spacemen, Fisher.
And we are underway as junior hockey is back here in Fort Wayne, Indiana from the Parkview Sport 1 Ice House. Immediately, Motor City shoots the puck the length of the rink, and 10 seconds in, we have an icing call against Motor City. So the face-off will be in the Motor City zone to the right of Garneau. Matthew Garneau is out of Tucson, Arizona. And the starting netminder for the Spacemen, Lance Giovenko, is out of Louisville. So it's Kentucky against Arizona. It'll be a great matchup in college basketball. Puck goes into the corner, and they try to flip it out. Kept in at the point. Shot sticked aside very neatly by Garneau. Racing into the corner and digging in behind the net. Here come the Spacemen. Centering pass gets through the skates that time of Berard. There will be a delayed penalty coming up, so we're going to have our first penalty of the game. And it looks like it's going to be on the Spacemen, and it's going to be high sticking. And that's going to come just 32 seconds in. So the Spacemen.
Actually, it looks like it actually is on Motor City.
Well, that's interesting because they didn't blow the whistle until Fort Wayne touched the puck. So 32 seconds in, we have a high sticking penalty. And that penalty goes to Makita Shulga. So 32 seconds in, Makita Shulga has a high sticking penalty, so the power play comes on for the Spacemen. That was interesting because Spacemen touched the puck and then Chris Hoy blew the whistle. So let's see if the Spacemen can capitalize with the man advantage. And they just barely keep the puck in. Shot into the corner, trying to race it down behind the play is Trey Huffman. Looking for the centering pass, a hard shot to try to clear, and it's successful that time by Colin O'Rourke. Now the Spacemen come to center ice, flip it down the middle. Dumped in on the backhand by Cameron Perry, but Motor City manages to clear.
That one was on net.
Yeah, Giovenko had to put the paddle down. Now the Spacemen look for the breakout. Coming up ice, penetrating the zone. Nifty move that time. And taking the heavy hit was Fisher. Oh, a deflection score! A shot from the point and tipped in right in front, so a power play goal. What a tremendous play by the Spacemen. And it looks like it was Behrens who got the tip in from about 6 feet in front, so they cash in on the power play. The Spacemen on the board, 1 minute and 17 seconds into the game.
That was a great play by LaPointe at the point. To keep it in the zone, he threw it on net, and a redirection in front catches Garneau by surprise. And just like that, it's 1-0 Fort Wayne.
Just 1 minute and 17 seconds into the game, and the Spacemen on the board leading 1-0, and that's one of the things you are taught very early. Shoot the puck low. So Behrens with the goal. Kevin LaPointe. And Jared Fisher gets the other assist.
So our two players to watch, both on the score sheet already.
So the goal to Behrens, assist to LaPointe and Fisher, just 1:17 in on the power play, and the Spacemen with a 1-0 lead. And the Spacemen looking for more. Great job of keeping the puck in at the point. dumped into the corner. They try to work it in front. There's a nifty little backhander that time.
Shot on net.
By Corbin
Rebound.
Schiebel. Another great rebound attempt that time, and it looked like LaPointe almost had a chance to shovel it past Garneau. Right now, the Spacemen are pouring on the pressure, and they're piling up some early shots. Now O'Rourke will try to flip it out. That's going to get chipped into the corner, and they'll say no icing, so racing to grab it will be the Spacemen. And all of a sudden, Motor City intercepts the puck briefly, but now the Spacemen looking for the breakout, and here they come with a 3-on-2. Dashing in off the wing, looking for the centering pass. Instead, he'll just take the shot, a quick, sneaky shot that time by Perry. Good save that time by Garneau, who had to be ready. 17:34 here to go in the opening period. The Spacemen on the board early with a 1-0 lead. It'll be Brown against Perry on the draw to the left of Garneau. Now controlled that time by Motor City as Hernelstein tries to control. Behind the net, a lot of forechecking pressure being applied by Fort Wayne. Now Perry trying to dig it out in the corner. Shoves his man to the ice. And just swooping in on the puck that time is the other Perry. And right now, Motor City, Brandon, is having a very difficult time clearing the puck.
Indeed, Fort Wayne just all over him right now, and it looks like that might go for an icing, and they wave it off.
Just at the last few strides, now kept in briefly that time by Motor City. There's a quick shot, and that time Giovenko had to be ready. Now Fort Wayne again looking to clear. Motor City intercepts. Player tumbles to the ice. Fort Wayne so far in the opening 3 minutes and change.
Oh, just missed it.
They've done a good job of their breakouts. Now Perry applies the hit to Hermelstein. So Fort Wayne also doing a good job of finishing checks. And the physicality picking up 3.5 minutes in. A nifty little move that time right in front. Oh, what a great save that time as Toms Behrens, who has the first goal of the game, was bidding for his second.
Yeah, he was a good play trying to go across the crease and catch Gano as he was trying to slide over, but Gano makes a great save.
And we're going to have a penalty.
Looks like it's a trip on the Spacemen.
That will come at 3:47. And so it will be Motor City going on its first power play. And the face-off goes into the Fort Wayne zone. It's a tripping penalty. And it's on Trey Huffman. So let's see what Motor City can do as far as its power play. And first of all, it can't hang it in the zone, so they're going to have to reset. Now it comes across. Schoenrock trying to get it in deep, but here come the Spacemen. This could be a break. Skating in, but all of a sudden being hounded by a pair of Motor City players is LaPointe, and now we're going to have a penalty. And it looks like it's going to be on Motor City. LaPointe was trying to break away, and he drew two Motor City players. And it looks like it may be Ramirez, their captain, heading to the penalty box.
Yeah, you saw in the breakaway, he started kind of swatting away at LaPointe's helmet, trying to kind of mess with his head, make him mess up a little bit, but it results in a penalty.
It's a roughing penalty. 4:13. So Diego Ramirez goes off, and the teams are skating four aside. Draw is controlled by Fort Wayne, comes back to the point. Big drive and a glove save that time by Garneau.
That was an excellent shot from the point, but Garneau, sharp as ever for that one, goes right into the mitt.
Yeah, Hoffman was going for the top shelf. Ticketed for the elbow, but Garneau with a quick glove. Now the face-off this time. Well, it was going to be controlled by Motor City, but Perry gets it back to the point. He'll ring it around the corner. And now it'll be Huffman chasing down, trying to backhand it in, but intercepted by Motor City. And now breaking out for Motor City is Griffin Hernelstein.
That one went into the netting on that one.
So the face-off will be just outside the Fort Wayne zone. 15:24 remaining here in the opening period. It's 1-0 Spacemen. Spacemen will have a little bit of power play time coming up. Now the draw is controlled and banged off the boards. Racing in to make the play that time is Corbin Schiebel. He takes the hit, and the Spacemen can't keep the puck in. So Hoffman will feed it back. And now here come the Spacemen looking to break out. A neat little move, but Motor City will step in and intercept that one. And here comes Griffin Hernelstein. Big drive, and that's sticked aside that time by Giovenko. Now into the corner they go. There'll be a little joust there. It's poked back to the point. And spinning around trying to retain possession is Brendan Gensman. But now the Spacemen try to regain control with Toms Behrens, who has the only goal of the game so far. Motor City trying to clog things up now at neutral ice, and then it's flicked back in by Brendan Gensman, and Motor City goes for a line change, as do the Spacemen. And now back at the point, Dacey. It's intercepted by the Spacemen. Good little poke check that time by Lapointe. And Lapointe tries to control the puck. He's hounded by Brown. Heavy hit along the boards with Fisher and Dacey. And now the puck goes the length of the rink, and that will be icing against Motor City. 14-11 to go here in the first period, and now the Spacemen will have a little power play time, Brandon, for 24 seconds. They cashed in on their first power play with that opening goal that time by Behrens.
Indeed, let's see if they can repeat the same power play success, but they had a bit of a dangerous play when that shot came from around the boards and then middle of the change. They weren't careful. That could have been too many men on the ice.
Huffman and Brown. Brown wins the draw. O'Rourke will wrap it around the boards. A little battle there, and it's just smacked down the length of the rink by Dodd. 12 seconds to go in the man advantage for Fort Wayne. Spacemen wearing their home whites with orange and black trim. Lapointe takes a hit along the boards by O'Rourke. Now roaring in that time to try to force the issue, and tangled up with the goaltender was Fisher. Fort Wayne keeps it in. Lapointe spins around, tries to dance away from his defender, looks to backhand it between the legs of O'Rourke, right in front, but it is snapped right out of the way by Hernelstein, and now here come Motor City trying for a 2-on-1. Onside that time was Dodd.
Another penalty.
Big hit, and it looks like there will be a penalty. That'll be interference, and that will come at the 6:36 mark. And let's see who the culprit is as he heads to the box.
Looks like Huffman again.
Looks like it was Huffman drawing his second penalty of the night. So that'll be interference coming at 6:36. So once again, the Spacemen have to choke off another Motor City power play. Still 13:24 to go here in the opening period. The Spacemen on top, 1-0 in their inaugural home opener. He fans on the one-timer attempt that time as Ramirez was trying to tee it up to no avail. Motor City tries to center. That's briefly poked out of there. Big wrist shot that time by Hernelstein. Whistles wide and goes off the back boards. And Fort Wayne tries to clear the puck and does. First appearance of Logan Robbins, and it looks like we're going to get a slashing penalty. So the physicality is picking up. So we've got a slash penalty at 7:04. And this time, it looks like it's going to be Motor City's, and it'll be Hernelstein going off.
Robbins played here in Fort Wayne for the Leo Lions high school team, and he was very good.
And the Spacemen would like to thank Cap and Cork as their ticket sponsor. And again, as we told you earlier, the starting lineup for the Spacemen brought to you by Three Rivers Federal Credit Union. Now Behrens tries to keep it in the zone. Now Lapointe has it at the top of the circle. He's run off the play and drops his stick. O'Rourke can't clear. Kept in by the Spacemen as that time Berard takes the hit. Lapointe tries for the short side, and it glanced off the glove that time of Garneau. Great pressure. Look at Lapointe. He is a wizard with that stick. That just goes over the shoulder. So Lapointe, his presence being felt immediately. You can see the talent that Kevin Lapointe has and why he's one of the premier players on this team. That shot just goes wide that time. as Emmy Johnson tried to put one on goal, and it's cleared the length of the rink. Chasing it down is Alvon Berard.
Second icing.
Yeah, the teams are skating even strength again as it's 4-on-4. 12-17 remains here in the opening period. 1-0 in favor of the Spacemen. They won their inaugural road game when they went into Dyer, Indiana, and really pounded lumps on the Midwest Blackbirds, 11-3. Early going, it looks like these teams match up pretty well.
Yeah, great pressure by both teams, but right now Fort Wayne got the 1-0 lead.
And again, Motor City can't clear. Shot from the point, can't get all the way through. That went through a maze of players and caromed away from Garneau that time, so it's just dumped back in, little dump and chase. And it looks like that'll be icing because that time he was behind center ice and with the team skating even. So the face-off will go into the Fort Wayne zone to the left of goaltender Lentz Giovenko. Now, one of the things we talked about this, Brendan, it is gratifying to see a big crowd here at the Parkview Sportwind Isos. It looks like upstairs here is standing room only. Downstairs by the rink is standing room only, so you love to see this kind of support on opening night for this junior hockey team.
Indeed.
Now the Spacemen, what a great backhanded pass, and Fort Wayne coming in 2-on-2. That time it looked like Huffman was spun around, and he's going to draw a penalty. That will be a holding penalty. And it looks like Ramirez is giving it the old what did I do look, but it looked like a clear hold, so that will come at 8:14.
Yeah, wrapped his arm around the player coming in on the zone. That's an easy one for referee Hoy to kind of call. Now it's 4-on-3, and let's see if they can get another power play goal.
Fisher is on the ice. Looks like Motor City's going to send a new player out to take the face-off. And this time the draw will be taken by Dodd. Fisher tries to get it back. Fort Wayne does control. Back to the point. Wrist shot is deflected away, but Fort Wayne will chase it down in the corner. They ring it around behind the net, and Behrens, who is the goal scorer, has it. He comes back to the point. Back to Behrens. Behrens near the top of the circle. Tries for the wrist shot. Goes off at Dacey. Behrens controls. Right in front. Score! Tremendous play from Behrens to the captain. And it's 2-0 in favor of the Spacemen. They have their second power play goal of the night.
So the Spacemen proven specialty teams do matter, as once again it's another power play goal, and it's 2-0 in favor of the Fort Wayne Spacemen. So now it comes to the question, they'll have another power play in a second because since it's 4-on-3, one of the penalties come off, but they'll still have another one up on the board for Motor City.
A beautiful pass that time to Fisher. He flipped it quickly into the net as the goaltender Garneau could not slide across. So right now we've got Fisher with a couple of points. We have Behrens with a couple of points. And it's 2-0 in favor of the Spacemen, still with 11:25 to go here in this opening period. And it looks like they're trying to sort things out right now at the scorer's table. Chris Hoy is talking to the head coach, Jason McCrimmon, as they try to sort out the penalty time. Well, they're still trying to sort things out. They have 1 second remaining on the Fort Wayne penalty, and they had to put 29 seconds back up for the penalty to Motor City. So Fort Wayne will have another brief power play right after they drop the biscuit here at center ice. And Fort Wayne tries to control, so now Fort Wayne does go back on the power play. Right in front and just ridden off the play that time. Big hits all around, and it looks like we may have another penalty call. Huffman really got drilled as he came in, or are they just trying to sort out how many players should be on the ice?
It looks like he's calling too many men.
Now, this will come at 8:47. And it looks like it's going to be Hernelstein serving the time. Hernelstein will go in. Too many men. And that comes at 8:47. So this is only the second game, the home opener here for the Spacemen. So penalty time is piling up here in the first period. But the good news for the Spacemen is they've also lit the lamp a couple of times.
And now they'll have a 5-on-3, it looks like. Looks like we're still trying to sort out, the penalty times here.
So it'll be the captain, Fisher, to face off against Schoenrock.
And looks like we got two minutes on the clock.
Yeah, right now they're having a little bit of an issue trying to get the penalty time sorted out and the clock sorted out. So Chris Hoy is going over to sort things out. And in case you just might be tuning in, Fort Wayne got on the board in a hurry. Tom's Barons just a minute and 17 seconds into the game. That was assisted by LaPointe and Fisher. And then moments ago at the 8:35 mark, Fisher got the goal on a beautiful assist from Barons. Both goals are power play goals. So Schoenrock and Fisher to face off. To the left of the goaltender, Matthew Garneau. Okay, now we're set to go. 11:13 to go. Controlled by Fort Wayne. Comes back to the point. Now the top of the circle. Fort Wayne moving the puck very neatly. Now Fisher takes a look. Fires the wrist shot. That's just a little bit wide past the glove of Garneau. Fort Wayne retains control. They're going to set up shop. Now at the hash, it goes back to the point. One of the players comes back on the ice, so a two-man advantage is now a one-man advantage for the Spacemen. 10:48 to go here in the first. And still controlling is Fort Wayne. Back at the point, dancing in with the puck is LaPointe. Now he tries to center. Kept in that time. Big wrist shot. Oh, that's deflected. As that time Trey Hoffman was bidding for a goal. He takes the pass in the corner, tries to come through the slot. What a tremendous play to score! Tremendous pass by Hoffman to Fisher, and Fisher has his second goal of the night. It's 3-0 in favor of the Spacemen. Trey Hoffman with a beautiful feed to Fisher, and Fisher has his second of the evening. Another power play goal. And the Spacemen on top 3-0. It has been a great first period. This one comes at the 9:35 mark. So the Spacemen have been making Motor City pay with power play opportunities. They do it again at center ice. Firing the puck a little bit wide that time was Dodd. Motor City trying to chase it down. They're going to have to make something happen big time to try to retain any opportunity to be in this hockey game. Now a big hit along the boards, and the puck goes behind the Fort Wayne net. Spacemen looking to break out, and their breakout has been tremendous. And it looks like Motor City is trying to step up the body checking.
Yeah, right now they're just trying to look for something to get behind, something to rally. Big hit, a good breakaway opportunity, just something to rally behind.
And they've had a little bit of a difficulty, Motor City has, breaking the puck out. They have done a super job of clogging up the neutral zone, and that time Motor City goes off sides as Griffin Hernelstein carried the puck in before Dodd cleared the zone. So 9:38 to go here in the first period. Brandon Porter, Kent Horman here on the Spacemen Broadcast Network. It has been all Fort Wayne so far. A jam-packed crowd has made its way here into the Parkview Sport One Ice House to watch a little bit of hockey history here in Fort Wayne. And it's a rich hockey history, but junior hockey, the United States Premier Hockey League, comes to Fort Wayne with the inaugural home game by the Fort Wayne Spacemen. Now back to the point, kept in by Dacey. Chased down by Elvan Berard, but comes back again. And, that shot was a deflection as it was snapped from the point by Colin O'Rourke. The zone is cleared, and that time O'Rourke fell down, and Fort Wayne is going to pounce on the puck. Now Zanajowski will try to skate it out, but the Fort Wayne Spacemen with a really oppressive forecheck. Oh, what a shot that time by Robbins that just glanced off of Garneau as he came from a tough angle. And are we going to have yet another penalty? Or it looks like perhaps, there was something going on around the net. Perhaps it just briefly came off its moorings.
On that play, Garneau basically laying down and out. If another Spaceman was right there, it's 4-0 right there.
Well, Fort Wayne has shown quite the forecheck. And it'll be the captain, Jared Fisher, who had 2 goals in the opening road victory. And he has 2 goals tonight here at home as he squares off against Ronald Zamachski. Puck winds up heading back into the Fort Wayne zone, so they will reset. But it's dumped back in that time by Dodd, now behind the Fort Wayne net. Racing in to try to get the puck is Ronald Zamachski. Fort Wayne will try to clear. Look out! Puck trickles in front of the net, and that time Lance Giovenko had to be Johnny on the spot to put the big glove over it and smother it for a face-off. 8:36 to go here in the first period. The Spacemen on top of Motor City by the score of 3-0. Goals by Behrens, and then 2 by the captain, Jared Fisher, all on the power play. So special teams, obviously, if Kaylee Schrock's been working on that, it's been quite successful. Now a race to the puck. Tried to center, but Hoffman couldn't quite corral it. Kept in briefly, and the Spacemen again doing a great job holding the blue line, but referee Chris Hoy says, nope, that puck trickled out.
As we mentioned at the start of the pregame, once again, our player of the night seems to be the captain, Jared Fisher, as now back-to-back games where he has 2 goals at least, and both of them on the power play here. As the Spacemen are showing, especially teams, hey, we got it.
And he also has a helper, so he's got another 3-point night going, and we still have 8 minutes and change to go in the first period. Perry comes in, tries to slither it across. There's a scramble in front. And that time Garneau with a little help from O'Rourke and a little pushing and shoving after the whistle, but nothing else going on. So the face-off will be in the Motor City zone with 8:12 to go here in the opening period. Glad you could join us wherever you might be viewing tonight's game, the inaugural home opener of the Fort Wayne Spacemen on the Spacemen Broadcast Network. Perry wins the draw cleanly back to the point. Yimmy Johnson. They try to go backdoor to Perry, but that time it'll be poked out.
Spacemen keeping it in once again.
Their forecheck has been extremely impressive here in this first stanza. And there was a big hit that time and then pulled down behind the play, but referee Chris Hoy didn't see it. And again, the physicality is really stepping up as that time Cameron Perry lit into his man. I think Dacey's looking for somebody to line up. Now behind the net, here comes Gensman breaking out for the Motor City Hockey Club.
As I mentioned earlier, right now, Motor City just looking for something to rally behind.
Well, and we talked about how, this will be a physical league, but you're not going to really progress in levels of hockey by just trying to be a mitt drop guy. But this is one of those moments with 7 minutes and 10 seconds to go where you wonder if the head coach, Jason McCrimmon, is going to say, you guys have to play the body a little more, a little breakaway, backhander. Oh, a tremendous save as that time Robbins bidding to make it 4-0, but Garneau held his ground, and that time denied Logan Robbins, who just managed to sneak past the Motor City defense. And one of the things we were talking about, this team is loaded with speed.
Yeah, as you saw, Robbins pretty much got around the entire defensive core right there and almost made it 4-0.
Kept in and snapped into the corner that time by Alvan Berard. Chased down by Tiago Ramirez, and now breaking it out is Brown. Brown still controlling, trying to wheel into the zone, skate across the front of the net, and that time a good job of holding his turf and denying a goal was Lance Giovenko. Whistle immediately because as that time, Brown was cutting right into the crease. Giovenko's mask came off. That requires an automatic whistle, so the face-off will be in the Fort Wayne zone. to the left of the goaltender out of Louisville, Lance Giovenko. 6:43 to go in the opening period. It is 3-0 in favor of the Spacemen.
Yeah, on that breakaway sequence, that's a big save for Garneau. Hopefully it's something for Motor City to rally behind and say, hey, he just came up big for us to help keep this within reach without us suffering too much damage control.
Now along the hash, they try to dig it out. And Fort Wayne again has been so adept at getting the puck out of its zone. And now in the Motor City zone, they'll have to recycle. Griffin Hernelstein goes behind the net, moves it ahead to Ramirez. Ramirez tries to go across ice, and this could be an icing. Nope, it's reeled in this time by the Spacemen. Coming right up the middle. That one was a little too strong for Huffman. But Fort Wayne again regains control. Centering pass, little backhand shot, and it scores! It just dribbled off the glove of Garneau.
And that's a hat trick.
Jared Fisher with the bonnet. So Fisher, 2 goals in his first game. A nifty little backhander that glanced off the glove of Garneau. Fisher has a hat trick. That one coming at the 13:54 mark. So in one game, and not even one period, Jared Fisher has 5 goals. We'll see who gets the assists. So Fisher, another 4-point night. Behrens gets an assist. So Fisher from Behrens. Icing is waved off as it's Fisher racing into the corner. That time, Huffman takes the hit from O'Rourke. But it has been all Fort Wayne here in the opening stanza. They try to center again. Huffman turns and fires. Big save by Garneau. Kept in that time by Jack Huffman. We've got a couple of brother acts. We have the Huffmans. We have the Robins.
And looks like we've got a penalty on the play.
It's going to be a slash.
So it is the captain showing why he has that C, getting the very first hat trick in Spaceman history on home ice nonetheless.
And it looks like that penalty is going to be on O'Rourke. So Colin O'Rourke will go off 2 minutes for slashing. And the Fort Wayne power play here in the first period has been lethal. 3 of the 4 Spacemen goals have come with the man advantage. And they'll be looking for more. Poked into the corner. Controlled by Kim. He's rubbed off the play that time briefly by Tiago Ramirez. In front, he couldn't quite get the handle on it that time, was Jack Huffman. He tries to circle behind the net. Can they clear? No, Fort Wayne keeps it in, and that shot that time by Behrens went all the way through and hit Garneau in the chest. 1.5 to go in the power play. Fort Wayne just dancing in front of the Motor City net. There's a big drive, and he didn't get all of it, as that time Berard was sneaking in from the blue line. Now Berard has the puck. Comes back down to Yimin Kim. Now Berard comes across. Top of the circle, there's a shot that just goes wide, and I don't think that time the shot by Jack Huffman was even seen by Garneau. The power play going to town, and that time it's flipped out by Tiago Ramirez. And racing back will be Alvan Berard. With just under a minute to go in the Fort Wayne power play, 4 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the first. And the Spacemen on top by the score of 4-0. Now that time, Berard has the puck go backwards on him, and it's intercepted by Griffin Hernelstein. Shot goes whistling that time over the glove and shoulder of the goaltender Giovenko. Comes all the way back into the Motor City zone. And their captain, Tiago Ramirez, will regroup. And it's ripped the length of the rink by Dodd.
22 seconds left on the man advantage for the Spacemen.
Here comes Logan Robbins with speed, gets by one man, tries to dance past another man, and that time Ramirez loses his stick. They try to center it back to the point. Now it goes to Robbins. Robbins takes a look at the top of the circle, tries to go cross ice, and that time intercepted by Dodd, and he'll shoot at the length of the rink, and that will do it for the Fort Wayne power play. So back to 5-on-5. 3:14 to go in this opening period. It has been explosive for the Spacemen. There's a pass right in front, and that time Colin O'Rourke, who just came out of the penalty box, couldn't get good wood on it, or I probably should say composite, to try to poke that past the goaltender, Giovenko. Now here come the Spacemen. That time the centering pass that was intended for Tom's Barons from LaPointe was deflected away, and that's just backhanded high, and the race is on.
Oh, he hit heavily into the boards on that one.
Yeah, Ramirez is playing the body, and Fort Wayne's returning the interest, and now they're going to try to break out. The race is on, and that time Dacey tries to fend off Huffman. There's a big drive by the other Huffman, Jack Huffman, and now a little bit of a skirmish. And you have the Huffman brothers, as one Huffman was being roughed up by Dacey. So you had Trey Huffman being roughed up, and then you had Jack Huffman coming to his defense. So just a little bit of moderate pushing and shoving. Looks like there's a little chirping going on down there between Huffman and also Hernelstein. So 2:28 to go here in the first. 4-0 in favor of the Spacemen. And the teams are getting some fresh troops out there. Now it looks like the captain of Motor City, Diego Ramirez, was doing a little jawing with one of the Spacemen. I don't think he was asking where a good place to eat in Fort Wayne was from Cameron Perry.
See, right now Motor City doing almost anything they can to get underneath Fort Wayne's skin, get them to draw penalties, and like I said, just trying to get something to rally behind. Now 4-0, and we're not even out of the first period yet.
Draw is won by the Spacemen. That shot, that time, blockered aside as it was Jack Huffman, but Garneau was equal to the task. Now Perry lays a hit that time into Brown. They double up that time on Lucas Robbins, but Fort Wayne has had a fantastic forecheck. Big hit that time as Makita Shulga stepped into his man. Oh, that time he just pulled the skates out from under. Yeah, I think Shulga's going to get a penalty. And again, tensions are mounting here at the Ice House.
One thing Motor City has to kind of reel back on is you can't let your emotions get in the way of your playing style. Whatever scheme they have going on, that whatever their game plan was, you can't let your emotions just get in the way of that. You got to find some way to keep it cool and just stick with the game plan and kind of adjust on the fly.
Well, it's going to be matching penalties, as you saw a member of the Spacemen and a member of Motor City both go to the box. The time will be 17:58. Looked like it was Devin Perry going in for Fort Wayne, as Chris Hoy tries to sort things out at the scorer's table. 2 minutes, 2 seconds to go here in the first period. Brandon Porter, Kent Horman here on the Spacemen Broadcast Network. Glad you could join us tonight. Same two teams tomorrow at the Parkview Sport One Ice House for an 11:30 face-off. So, yep, Devin Perry. So Perry and O'Rourke go off.
Looks like Fort Wayne's going to be on the penalty kill.
Well, apparently they chose not to call a penalty on O'Rourke. It looked like you had two guys going into the box. So instead it's Devin Perry who goes off 2 minutes for tripping. So virtually the remainder of the period, unless they score, Motor City will be on the power play. Griffin Hernelstein tries to take the return pass. That was almost intercepted that time. And just kind of a flutter shot seemed to change direction, and it found its way that time past Lance Giovenko. So Motor City is on the board at the 18:08 mark. So it only took 10 seconds of the power play.
And it looks like there actually was a penalty on Ramirez, so it looks like there was a coincidental minors, but it looks like Fort Wayne got an additional penalty, which has now been extinguished as Motor City's on the board and now looking to rally behind, hey, we got one, let's get another one right away, and then the momentum is all of a sudden in our favor now.
Time of the penalty, 18:08. bit of a rugby scrum at center ice.
Sound like the goal came from number 18 from Motor City.
That'd be Ricky Schoenrock. We're at a minute and a half to go here in the first period.
Oh, there's another penalty.
Well, this is a penalty-filled period. This will be a trip. And it will come at the 18:36 mark. – 4-1 in favor of the Spacemen. 1:24 to go here in the first period, and Trey Huffman will go off for tripping. Well, it only took 10 seconds for Motor City to hit the power play goal to get on the board. Now trailing by 3, 4-1, and this time Fort Wayne able to clear the puck the length of the rink, and there will be a race for the puck, and that time with big hustle and taking his man off the play was Logan Robbins. So again, Fort Wayne trying to dial up that oppressive forecheck, even though they're a man down. Puck goes back to Emmy Johnson. He just tries to dump it back into the corner, but it's batted into the Fort Wayne zone. That'll be an icing. So 1 minute even to go here in the first period. Spacemen on top by the score of 4-1.
So now faceoff comes all the way back down inside of the the Motor City zone. And as I said, they're looking to get another one here quickly to end the period, only down 2 goals, just rather than being down 3 or 4.
It looks like it will be Ronald Samajski against Robbins. That's dumped into the corner. Under a minute to go. We're at 54 seconds, and Motor City trying to break the puck out. The point was stepped into that time by Dacey. Now racing in. Oh, good job that time by Berard, as he just kept his skates together and avoided the Motor City player from trying to play the puck between his legs. Now down to the final 34. Motor City having trouble breaking the puck out. In fact, it's intercepted. Quick shot. That's wide, as that time Schiebel was bidding for a goal. Corbin Schiebel. And now he's got the puck at the hash, now near the top of the circle. And he keeps the puck in the zone for the moment. Then he tries to take his defender, Griffin Hernelstein, off the play as we're down to the final 14. And this power play so far for Motor City has gone nowhere. Now Hernelstein and also Schoenrock getting into it with Alvan Berard. Well, if they can get through the final 8.5 seconds, I'll tell you what, I think the second period is going to be interesting, because the frustration was really building for Motor City as the Spacemen jumped out to a 4-0 lead, 3 power play goals, so it's been a relatively penalty-filled first period. Puck outside the Motor City zone. It's just dumped into the corner. That time, Logan Robbins will try to play it. 2 seconds, 1, and again, a little more jousting going on with Robbins and also Hernelstein. So we have reached the end of the first period. This capacity crowd giving a huge ovation to the Spacemen, as if through the opening 20 minutes, the Spacemen on top of Motor City by the score of 4-1. We'll take a break and be back and recap the first period. You are watching Fort Wayne Spacemen Hockey on the Spacemen Broadcast Network.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors...
For every victory, for every highlight, for every team in the Summit Athletic Conference, we've got you covered. Like, follow, and subscribe for all the latest.
Parkview Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walking clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit parkviewsportsmedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels. Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Parkview Ortho Express is open Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Call 260-266-4007 for more information.
Brooks steals it, tips it away to himself. He'll go to the hoop and slam it down.
They attack, they get a great shot.
Here he comes. And Lucas Craw.
Shot hits the post. And the centering feed to Luke Gibson. Shot scores.
Rush comes. Oh, almost picked off by Ethan Hoover.
And the takedown.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Come see us in Decatur at the 2733 Auto Mall and shop 7 brands in one location. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Call 260-266-4007 for more information.
Get mad about blue. Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's Go to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ant in action. Get mad about blue.
Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome back on the Spacemen Broadcast Network, along with Brandon Porter, Kent Horman. It has been an exciting first period of junior hockey as it returns to Fort Wayne, Indiana, the inaugural home game for the Fort Wayne Spacemen, as they are playing the first of 2 home ice games against Motor City. And it was all Spacemen in the first period as they lead by the score of 4-1. It didn't take long for the Spacemen to get on the board because Makaida Shulga went off 32 seconds in for high sticking, and Toms Barron scored the first home ice goal for Fort Wayne on a great tip-in. Kevin LaPointe and Jared Fisher with the assist on the power play. That came at 1:17. Then you had Jared Fisher, and it would be the Jared Fisher show in the first period as he scored at 8:35 with an assist from Tom Behrens, another power play goal, and it was 2-0 in favor of the Spacemen. About a minute later, it's Fisher with his second goal and another power play for the Spacemen. That came at the 9:35 mark, 3-0 Fort Wayne on 3 power play goals. But wait, there would be more. It's Jared Fisher completing his hat trick as he scored at 13:54, and again, Tom Behrens with the assist, and the Spacemen were on their way with a 4-0 lead. Ricky Schoenrock finally got a late goal on a deflection at the 18:08 mark of the first period. That finally got Motor City on the board, but Fort Wayne, as they're resurfacing the ice right now here at the Parkview Sport One Ice House, Fort Wayne is on top by the score of 4-1. And again, a rather penalty-filled first period. We talked about the high sticking penalty that Makaida Shulga took at the 32-second mark. Then you had Hoffman going off for tripping at the 3:47 mark. Diego Ramirez, the captain of Motor City, got a roughing penalty at 4:13. Huffman goes off again at 6:36 for interference. Then you had Hernelstein going off for slashing. That came at the 7:04 mark. Ramirez for holding at 8:14. Hernelstein had to serve a too many men on the ice penalty at the 8:47 mark. Then you also had Colin O'Rourke go off for slashing at 14:42. Devin Perry of Fort Wayne and O'Rourke went off with coincidental minors. That was at the 7:58 mark, but Perry picked up an extra 2 minutes. And then you had a final tripping call on Huffman, on Trey Huffman, and that came at the 18:36 mark. And that kind of set up the goal that time as Ricky Schoenrock put a shot that just played pinball in front of the net. And before Lance Giovenko knew it, it caromed behind him. And it's 4-1 after the opening 20 minutes. Here, Brandon, I think is the tail of the tape of the first period. We talked about that oppressive Fort Wayne forecheck. I don't know at any level I've seen shots on goal this lopsided. 27 for Fort Wayne to just 5 for Motor City. So a lot of people watching the game thought, hey, as the ice tilted in Fort Wayne, seemed like the puck was in the Motor City zone for most of that first period.
Yeah, Fort Wayne just absolutely relentless on the forecheck, making sure that every pass gets to them, no matter if it came from their own players or Motor City. They were on that puck. Every battle, every loose opportunity, Fort Wayne was jumping right in there and saying, this is our puck. This is our home ice. This is our home opener for this inaugural season, and we're going to show the people of this town we are for real and we are here to compete.
Now, one of the things I think the Spacemen appreciate, owners John Finch and Todd Ramsey, first of all, it's great that they bring junior hockey at the United States Premier Hockey League here to Fort Wayne. And right now the fans are rewarding them. There is a standing room only crowd that's rinkside across from the players' benches. We're up on the second level where the newly remodeled Overtime restaurant is now open for business. And it is a standing room only crowd up here, so a lot of well-wishers up here. Ben Boudreau, the brand spanking new coach of the Fort Wayne Comets of the ECHL. And the Comets open their training camp in just a couple of days. They open their camp Monday at Memorial Coliseum. Ben Boudreau came out and dropped the opening puck. You had Tom Didier sing both the Canadian and United States national anthems. He is the usual anthem singer for the Comets. And Larry Schmidt, the public address announcer, who is the PA announcer for the Comets. So right from the logo on down, there is a lot of Comet support for this hockey club. And I know Todd Ramsey, John Finch, and the Spacemen themselves, I know they appreciate the support of the parent team, the Comets.
Yep. It's just like I said, it's that connection that makes this city one of the best in all of minor league hockey. The fans have been around for 68 years, led leagues in attendance every year. These fans just love hockey in this town, and it's great to see another level starting right back up here in the town.
And once again, if you just may be tuning in, 4-1 Spacemen over Motor City after the opening 20 minutes. This is the first of a 2-game set for the home opening hockey here at the Parkview Sport One Ice House. Tonight's face-off was at 6. Tomorrow, it's going to be breakfast at the Ice House, at 11:30 a.m. face-off, where these two teams wrap up the 2-game series. Then the Spacemen are right back here at the Ice House next week. Next Saturday, It's an 8 o'clock face-off against the Chicago Cougars, and then the same two teams meet Sunday, October 6th. That will be at 2 p.m. here at the Parkview Sport One Ice House. And then it will be a rather protracted road trip. You pointed this out, Brandon. They're going to go to the Detroit Showcase October 10th through the 13th, and there will be a lot of these showcase trips because that's where scouts, be they collegiate, junior, even maybe some professional scouts trying to get a sneak peek. There's a lot of eyes on these players when they go to those showcases.
Yep. As I said, the professional scouts are kind of there to see what's down the pipeline in 2, 3, 4 years. You got the collegiate scouts looking, hey, who's ready to go into the NCAA, whether it be Div 1, Div 2, Div 3, the Big Ten teams, Ohio State, Michigan, Notre Dame, or who's ready to move on to the Quebec Major League or any of the other major junior leagues up in Canada.
That Detroit Showcase is part of a 7-game road swing for the Spacemen. October 18, 19, and 20, they will be in Decatur, Illinois. They do sneak back for a home game Friday, October 25th at 7:30 against Metro, and then a lengthy road trip. They wrap up October the 26th and 27th in Columbus. Then they go to Metro Saturday, November 2nd. In fact, they spend all of November on the road. They go to the Fighting Irish, that's the Michigan Fighting Irish, November 9th and 10th. Then a road swing out east, November 15th through the 17th. They're in Boston. November 22nd, they visit the Chicago Cougars. Also against the Cougars on the 23rd, then they'll take on Midwest on November 24th. They also are on the road throughout the month of December, 2 in Motor City in mid-December, and then a 4-game set in Chicago, December 19th through the 22nd. January 4th, they're at Midwest. 3 more with Decatur, and that's when they come home, because from January through the end of the regular season in February, 11 home games, January 17th, 18th, and 19th. The Spacemen take on Decatur. Columbus comes in for a pair on the 24th and 25th. And then moving into February, the Michigan Fighting Irish come in February 8th and 9th. Midwest comes in for a pair February 15th and 16th. Metro on February 21st, and then on Sunday, February 23rd, the season wraps up with a face-off against Midwest. So again, the Spacemen on top after the opening 20 minutes as they lead Motor City Hockey Club by the score of 4-1. We'll take a break and be back with second period action. You're watching Fort Wayne Spacemen Hockey on the Spacemen Broadcast Network.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
Parkview Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walking clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more about what we can do.
Well, the teams are returning to the ice here to get set for the second period here at the Parkview Sport One Ice House. The Fort Wayne Spacemen lead the Motor City Hockey Club by the score of 4-1. 3 of the Fort Wayne goals came on the power play, so head coach Kaylee Schrock has to be delighted with his special teams. And as we start the second 20 minutes of play, Motor City will still have 35 seconds of power play time. So it will be interesting, Brandon, to see what the level of intensity is here to start the second period. Motor City starts with a man advantage, and you have to figure during the intermission that head coach Jason McCrimmon and his assistant John Clippert were probably first and foremost saying, hey, boys, you've got to get more pucks on the net. You can't be outshot 27-5 and have any hope of winning.
Yeah, they're looking to kind of bring the pressure back on. Just another thing, like I said before, they just looking for something to rally behind. A big play, a big, amazing goal, or a great move or hit, something to rally the troops. And right now, I think Motor City is kind of looking for that person to step up and take the leadership. Now, that doesn't always have to fall on the role of the captain or the alternates. It could be anybody on that bench, whether it be the goalie or anybody else. Someone just makes a nice move, nice save, something just, hey, let's go. We got this. We can come back and do this.
Well, and if you're Motor City, and doesn't necessarily have to come on this power play with this 35 seconds to go, but Motor City probably in its heart of hearts has to feel, hey, we have to score the next goal. And then if you get it to within 4-2, then you never know. There's that old hockey axiom that the hardest thing to do is hold a 3-goal lead. Well, Fort Wayne had a 4-goal lead, but now it's down to 3, so we are underway with the puck drop to start the second period, and quickly it's dumped into the Fort Wayne zone as Giovenko can't flag it down behind his net, but Fort Wayne has it, and Johnson wraps it off the glass, and he will clear it the length of the rink.
Robbins applying pressure down low.
And he has the puck. Well, we talked about this throughout the opening 20 minutes, that Fort Wayne just had this oppressive forecheck, and they're picking up right where they left off here in the opening 30 seconds of the second period. Now Motor City trying to make something happen. Only 4 seconds left on the power play, and that time Alvan Berard does a good job of taking his man off the play, as it was Schoenrock who has the goal for Motor City. He tries to backhand it back in. Johnson takes control for the Spacemen, comes across that time to Alvan Berard. He'll cross center ice. Woo, he just about whistles it over the head of the linesman. Has to take that time. A late hit by Dacey. So as expected, looks like Motor City is going to start playing the body more here in period 2 as well, as Brandon pointed out, to try to make something happen. Big play, big shot, big hit, something or other. Fort Wayne, though, controlling in the Motor City zone. Gets it back to the point to Jack Hoffman. Hoffman just feathers the backhander into the corner, where it's chased down by Jared Fisher, the first period star. Must be tough to be Jared Fisher in 4 periods of play. He has 5 goals. And he also has 3 assists. Big hit that time, and there's going to be a penalty, and that's what we were looking for. Looks like that's going to go against Mikhaila Shulga, and that was a blindside hit. So Shulga draws his second penalty of the night. That'll come at the 1:31 mark.
Looks like it was Schiebel who was down.
Schiebel took the big hit, and he's kind of bent over as he's going to skate off the ice. So that penalty comes just a minute and a half plus 1 second into period 2.
So now Fort Wayne with another power play opportunity. They're already, 3 for 4 on the night?
Shulga gets an interference penalty at 1:31, so with Jared Fisher, he of the hat trick in the first period, getting ready to take the draw. Fort Wayne is going to try to tack on that 5th goal here early in period number 2.
So a bit of a jump on that one. They'll change centerman.
And Fort Wayne keeps it in. That time Kevin LaPointe, who's manning the point, dumps it into the corner. They center it, try to cross, but intercepted that time by Motor City, and it's cleared the length of the rink. And it looks like there'll be some pressure applied a little bit by O'Rourke. Now Fort Wayne resets, and breaking it out is Kevin LaPointe, the talented winger, who is manning the point here during the power play. Fisher neatly sidesteps his defender, snaps the wrist shot that just goes a little bit wide and then tapped in on the rebound. So Fort Wayne does mark on the power play at the 2:02 mark, and it is 5-1 in favor of the Spacemen.
To be honest, in all honesty, I think that was Fisher once again.
Well, I thought it was somebody camped out near the side of the net. We'll see. Looks like you have Behrens and Fisher hugging each other. The goal coming at 2:02 on the power play. The fourth power play goal by the Spacemen.
It looks like they're talking it over on the ref circle.
Well, we saw Chris Hoy immediately point toward the net as the referee does when the puck goes in, and they're saying, yes, it is a goal. So we'll have to see who indeed gets credit for it. It was Fisher snapping the shot to the stick side. It looked like maybe it got off the back boards and then popped back in front. Nonetheless, it's 5-1 in favor of Fort Wayne, and as they sort things out, we'll come back to center ice for a faceoff. Devin Perry on the draw for Fort Wayne, and it'll be Ricky Schoenrock for the Motor City Hockey Club. And we still await the official announcement of who they're going to credit with the goal. Puck in the neutral zone and banged into the Fort Wayne corner by Motor City. And that will be icing. It is Behrens. Behrens has his second of the game. Fisher picks up another helper. And LaPointe also with an assist. So Behrens, his second of the game. Fisher and LaPointe with the assist. 2:02 of the period, and that is on the power play. The fourth power play goal for Fort Wayne in the game. And now 5-1 in favor of the Spacemen. So they are the ones who mark early in period 2 to really put the pressure on Motor City. Quick shot that time by Schoenrock is batted aside by the goaltender Lance Giovenko. Comes back to the point. That's a high shot that caroms into the corner. Johnson trying to chase it down, and he'll skate it out. Wearing that familiar 91 that was made famous by the longtime Comet captain Colin Chalk, who now is coaching in the American League. Quick drive that time by Yimin Kim. Winds up off the boards and then smothered by the goaltender, Matthew Garneau. 17:10 to go in period 2. Glad you could join us here on the Spacemen Broadcast Network. Brandon Porter, Kent Horman. The first of 17 home tilts here at the Parkview Sport One Ice House. Trey Hoffman on the draw, goes into the corner. Racing after it is Behrens, who now has 2 goals, so he'll be bidding for a hat trick to join his mate Jared Fisher.
Big opportunity.
Motor City, but that time the puck caroms off the skates of Jack Hoffman. Now they scrum behind the net. Fisher rubs his man, Brendan Gensman, off the play. So a lot of scrumming around right now at neutral ice. Pass is a little too strong for Behrens. But racing in that time is Trey Huffman. There will be a penalty coming up, and this might be on Fort Wayne, a high stick. That'll come at 3:28. Well, we're also padding the penalty time as we did in the first period.
Yep, so penalty minutes continue to rack up. And once again, now Motor City has a chance to answer Fort Wayne's power play goal with one of their own to bring this back to a 3-goal deficit.
Goes to Trey Huffman. High sticking at the 3:28 mark. So the face-off in the Fort Wayne zone to the left of the goaltender, Lance Giovenko. Robbins on the draw. Jousting with Dodd. Shot right on and sticked aside neatly by Giovenko. Kept in that time by Dacey, but banged out the length of the rink on some good hustle by Logan Robbins. And that time, mishandling the puck was the goaltender Garneau, and Fort Wayne almost got a wraparound attempt, that time by LaPointe, who has been all over the ice in this game. Now into the Fort Wayne zone, spinning is Hoffman, and he puts it right on the stick of LaPointe. Just kind of saucers a backhand to the blue line of Motor City, so they'll try to regroup as Robbins steps into his man. 16 minutes even to go here in period 2. That's dumped into the Fort Wayne zone, and that'll be icing against Motor City. So right now we've played just over 4 minutes of period 2, Brandon, and Motor City, we talked about how they had to step things up. They seem somewhat discombobulated, and to top it off, the Spacemen get yet another power play goal to make it a 4-goal game.
Yeah. The defenseman, though, number 16, Griffin Hernelstein made a good effort getting back and boxing out LaPointe as Gurneau was down and out, and LaPointe had a wide open net on a wraparound if Hernelstein didn't get back in time.
Cameron Perry gets it back to his brother Devin, and they dump it into the Motor City corner. And here come the Spacemen looking for anything to happen on the power play that they can try to thwart off the man advantage by Motor City. That time stepped into is Berard. They can't clear the zone. Almost poked out that time by Devin Perry. Now they ring it around the boards. Johnson tries to joust that time with Hernelstein. So Motor City needs something to happen, and they need it to happen very quickly to try to battle back into this game. Puck is banged off the boards that time by Cameron Perry, controlled in the neutral zone. Now backing up and firing the puck into the Fort Wayne zone, and racing in is a Motor City hockey player to avoid the icing. But that time Berard tries to kick it out of there. Dacey takes a hit that time by Berard, a battle of number fours. And Perry steps into Berard, so a conversation going on between Dacey and Cameron Perry. And now Dacey's going to skate off the ice. Meanwhile, here come Motor City. Cross-ice pass it comes. Spinning around is Schoenrock. Tries to center, but it's Cameron Perry, and he'll flip it the length of the rink, and that will end the power play. So racing back onto the ice is Trey Hoffman. And Hernelstein out behind his own net. Puck comes to the neutral zone. That time Berard definitely avoids the poke check by Colin O'Rourke. Another big hit at center ice. Well, one of the more physical players on Motor City is Griffin Hernelstein. He's one of the bigger players on their team as well, as is Schoenrock. Now racing into the corner. Hoffman takes the hit. There's a high hit. They try to center in front, and there's a shot right on. That time it looked like it was guess who, Jared Fisher, and now there'll be some pushing and shoving right in front of the goaltender, Matthew Garneau. So the tension continues to build here at the Parkview Sport One Ice House as a lot of heavy hitting, a lot of penalty time in the first period. We already had 2 penalties within the first 3.5 minutes here at period 2. So far it has been all Fort Wayne as the Spacemen lead in their home opener by the score of 5-1.
Fort Wayne catching a break on that waved off icing earlier. That was 3 Motor City players coming fresh off the bench that were wide open, so they could have potentially had a 3-on-0 if that pass would have connected.
Face-off is to the left of the goaltender, Matthew Garneau. He out of Tucson, Arizona. There's a shot. Again, pinballing away in front. Chasing it down that time is Brendan Gensman, but giving some great pursuit is Toms Behrens, who has a pair of goals in this game, and Fort Wayne continuing that suffocating forechecking. 13:40 to go here in period 2, and that time Trey Hoffman steps into his man. And that defender for Motor City, that time it was Colin O'Rourke. He was looking to Chris Hoy for a penalty. Oh, there is a big joust going on in front of the Motor City net right now. And Fort Wayne in control. Now it goes to Toms Behrens, and we have a whistle.
He's calling both in the slot for their kind of aggressive battle for position on that one. It looks like they're both going to go to the box.
So it's going to be Fisher going in for Fort Wayne. This will be at the 6:38 mark.
Looks like it's Huffman again, actually. Huffman racking up the penalty minutes right now in this game.
And O'Rourke has been a frequent flyer in the sin bin as well. They each get roughing minors. So Trey Huffman and Colin O'Rourke will serve penalty time at the 6:38 mark, so the teams will skate 4-on-4. Kept in that time by Elvan Berard, who has really had a good game so far, and a quick shot that time by Logan Robbins is smothered by the goaltender, Matthew Garneau. Again, same 2 teams here at the Ice House tomorrow. You can have breakfast at the Overtime. That's the name of the restaurant. They've really renovated it, stepped up its food menu. And it'll be an 11:30 puck drop here. And then the team comes home again next weekend for Saturday and Sunday games against the Chicago Cougars, 8 o'clock on Saturday and 2 o'clock on Sunday. So you can attend church and then stop by the Ice House. Now racing in is Logan Robbins, comes right down the slot. That shot goes wide, but controlled behind the net by the Spacemen. They are really playing great positional hockey. Wraparound attempt that time. That is denied. Some nifty stick work by Kevin LaPointe. Now it goes into the corner. Try to snap it out in front. It's just kind of chipped back in. And the Spacemen just keeping the pressure on. Now Motor City tries to make something happen as Dodd can't get it that deep. Now he does. Racing into the corner is Elvan Berard. He'll just ring it around, and there to collect is Robbins. Robbins definitely goes by his man. That was an Olay as he just whistled past Griffin Hurlstein. Now skating in front. Nifty little shot that time by Kevin LaPointe. That's kicked out of there by Garneau. Now it comes to the top of the circle. Quick wrist shot right into the glove that time of Garneau. So great pressure again by the Spacemen. 12-12 to go here in period number 2. 5-1 Fort Wayne on top of Motor City. 50 seconds remain in the penalty time, respectively, to Trey Huffman and Colin O'Rourke.
Very familiar with the Robbins brothers as they played here in Fort Wayne for high school hockey with the Leo Lions high school varsity team, and they pretty much haven't lost a step from varsity to right here with the Spacemen.
And right off the face-off, it looks like there's going to be a penalty.
Charging, it looks
like.
A
charging penalty, which you don't see called much in hockey anymore. That's going to come at the 7:51 mark. So the penalty parade continues here in Fort Wayne. And this time it will be Diego Ramirez, the captain, heading into the penalty box. So Ramirez in for charging, and now it's yet another Fort Wayne power play.
Fort Wayne's going to look to make him pay once again.
Well, the draw slips out of the Fort Wayne zone, and now breaking in with speed. There's a big shot that time by Dacey, and he fires it not only over the net, but into the netting. He had a chance to try to make something happen, short-handed for Motor City, and he ends up shooting it up into the netting.
I think that was the kind of play that Motor City was hoping to actually finish. Something to rally by, and hey, this power play has been all over us, but hey, we just got a shorthanded goal on a breakaway nonetheless. But unfortunately, it just goes, he roofs it, quite literally almost.
Well, Fisher with the breakout, and he is on his horse, also with Tom's Barons. And we're going to have yet another penalty coming up. This should be delayed on Fort Wayne. And that time Perry falls down, so Motor City still tries to keep things going, controlling the puck. So the goalie's just now noticing this for Motor City as he heads for his bench. And the whistle blows, and we're going to have a slashing penalty called against the Spacemen.
Now it looks like Fisher's going to go to the box.
Well, and he has spent some time in there as well in this game. That penalty comes at 8:23. So the captain, Jared Fisher, goes off 2 minutes for slashing. Well, all he needs is a fight. He'd have the Gordie Howe hat trick, a goal, an assist, and a fight, but he's been picking up some penalty time as well. So that will remove the power play. And now both teams
skating 3-on-3, a very, very unusual formation. You really only see this in overtime at the professional levels.
Yeah, it's rare that you have both teams with 2 men in the box. So Robbins, Schoenrock surveying the situation for Motor City. Robbins tries to poke it out, and here comes Alvan Berard with the breakout. A good rushing defenseman, little bouncing biscuit right in front of the net. That is paddled aside by the goaltender for Motor City, Matthew Garneau. Fort Wayne tries to keep it in, can't, so Berard will have to regroup. He circles at center ice. Oh, a great shift there. He's coming right down the middle. He looks, little backhand play. Oh, a great save that time by Garneau. What a move that time by Alvan Berard. Now back the other way. Here come Motor City. It's their number 4, Dacey, trying to work on Johnson. Robbins tries to poke it away, but here comes Schoenrock. Schoenrock bangs it off the boards, back to the point. Return pass is too strong for Schoenrock's stick, so Dacey behind the net. Play in front, and that time Robbins able to poke it out. Lucas Robbins, it's 2-on-1. He gets the pass. Here comes Robbins in. He looks, he shoots. Oh, another great play, and I think it hit the post that time. Looked like he had Garneau beat. It may have just come off the pipe. And Fort Wayne bidding for a 6th goal. Great breakout that time. Now we're under 10.5 to go here in period 2. Jimmy Johnson circling behind his net, and he'll lead the breakout. Carries it in. Now he comes all the way in, puts a shot on goal, and it's a good thing that Garneau held his ground.
Opportunity.
And here it comes. It's
3-0.
Right across the shot score. Well, somehow a 3-0 and a great pass that time by Dodd. And I do believe the goal was popped in by Jacob Molnar. We'll wait for the official announcement. So Motor City gets the goal back. That comes at 9:59. And somehow it looked like Fort Wayne got caught in a line change because all you saw was the Red Sea, or a sea of red, coming down toward the Fort Wayne goaltender, Lance Giovenko. It's Shulga. Shulga gets the goal, Makita Shulga, on the power play. So the power play was just expiring, and they broke out 3-0 at one point. It finished up as a 2-0, and now it's a 5-2 hockey game. Motor City looking for more. And off the faceoff, Fisher broke a stick, but he got a new piece of timber, and now Fort Wayne sets sail back the other way. 9:46 to go. That time the big hit delivered to Behrens. So Fort Wayne will say, okay, you've answered. Let's see if we can answer back as Jack Huffman keeps it in. Squirts away with the puck. Tries to slide it across. A one-timer score. Great play, and Behrens has the hat trick. Behrens, his 2nd goal of the period, 3rd of the game, and a great play by Huffman, and just like that, they get the goal back, and it's 6-2, the goal coming at 10:30.
So on opening night, double hat tricks.
Behrens, his 2nd of the period and 3rd of the night. And what a job by the Spacemen, because that goal came 31 seconds after the Michigan goal. Fisher picks up yet another point as Behrens gets his 3rd of the night. Jack Huffman with the assist, and Jared Fisher with his 3rd assist of the night. So he's got 3 goals, 3 helpers. So Fisher has been involved with all 6 Fort Wayne goals.
You can see why Fisher has been given the captain logo on this team in its very first season.
Face-off in the Motor City zone, and they're trying to do anything to regroup after Fort Wayne has answered every surge. Now back in his end, it'll be Dacey coming across. Fort Wayne intercepts right in front. There's a shot, and there's going to be yet another penalty called, and that'll be a slash.
Zamboni's going to be working overtime to fill all the cracks in the ice that lead exactly to the penalty box. It's like Dacey's going to go.
So Dacey for the slash at 11:01. Now there have been a lot of stick fouls in this game. I'm sure both respective coaches are going to want to clean that up. And off the face-off, the puck is quickly smothered. And again, a little conversation going on after the whistle. Well, the penalty parade has continued in period 2, leaking over from period 1. We've already had 6 penalties here in period 2. Now Fort Wayne scrumming in front of the net, but Motor City manages to clear the length of the rink. And with Fort Wayne on yet another power play, there will be no icing. So the Spacemen will regroup, and here comes LaPointe setting sail up the middle. Comes across on the left side. Fisher tries to poke it in, but Motor City gets in the way of that, so Fort Wayne will have to reset. The talented Kevin LaPointe leads the rush with speed, goes right around his defender, Gensman. Now they dump it deep in the zone. LaPointe will run it down, takes the hit that time by Ramirez. They try to ring it around the net and get it back to the point where it's kept in by Tom's Barons, who has one of the hat tricks tonight. Jared Fisher, the captain, has the other. And now Motor City trying to break it out. And now they'll go back in their zone to take some time off the clock. But here comes Motor City breaking in. That shot that time by Colin O'Rourke just whistles wide. O'Rourke trying to put the forechecking pressure on. But here come the Spacemen once again. It's Trey Huffman as he comes through center. It's a 1-on-2, and that snapshot just whistled barely wide of the net. A couple of players go down. Looked like that was Huffman and Schoenrock. Now at the point, comes across near the circle. Quick shot is blocked that time as Fisher bidding again for yet another goal. They try to center right in front, trying to shovel it home. That time was Fisher, but that time Matthew Garneau is able to smother it with the big pads, and there will be a line change for both teams. 7:28 to go in period 2. Still 29 seconds left in the Fort Wayne power play.
Fort Wayne continuing to apply that smothering offensive pressure, just making sure they get every opportunity to grab a puck and get it on net.
So off the draw, it goes into the corner. They try to bang it out. Batted down with the glove that time, and Fort Wayne keeps the pressure on. Now Berard also centers right in front, score. What a tremendous play, circling right in front. Berard keeping the puck alive in the zone, and then he fed it right down the middle. And Fort Wayne is pouring it on with a 7-2 lead. That looked like it went right on the stick of the Spaceman, crossing in front. So we know that Berard is going to get an assist. .12:42. Corbin Schiebel, the local product. So Schiebel, and I know his family is here, so the family has to be happy with that. Corbin Schiebel with the goal. Berard the assist. Coming at 12:42, and now Fort Wayne pouring it on to the tune of 7-2. So offense has been no problem for the Spacemen. That shot quickly sticked aside by Lance Giovenko as they won their opener against the Midwest Blackbirds in Dyer, Indiana, 11-3. And now with still 6:46 to go in period 2, they've scored a touchdown.
And
now we have a roughing penalty called. Wow.
Parade to the box continues.
Yep. And this time going in.
Must be a pretty hot commodity over there in the penalty boxes if they keep going.
And it looks like they're going to change goaltenders with this stoppage, so it will be Devin Perry.
That's just one of those things. You can't obviously replace the whole team, so they're going to switch goaltenders, try to get something sparked under the Motor City team. Like, guys, come on, we got to stop this bleeding. We got to get something going here. And there's got to be our momentum for a good portion of the period, not just a couple minutes here and there.
Well, now it's going to be Motor City on the power play. They try to put pressure on the net. Looks like Matthew Kapik has come on to replace the starter Matthew Garneau. Kapik a little closer to home, Antioch, Illinois. There's a shot right in front. It's caroming just behind the net as that time Giovenko trying to pick it up. Fisher takes a couple of hits. They try to clear it out of there, but a little bit of problem. Eric Stratton on defense. Stepping up. Fisher is out there on the penalty kill, as is Trey Huffman helping with the penalty kill. Still 1:20 seconds on the Motor City power play. 6 minutes even to go here in period 2. Giovenko fields the bouncing puck and then smothers it with the big glove. And he'll get the face-off, and it looks like there's a little extracurricular conversation going on after the play. So the linesman in there. Well, the tension was mounting near the end of the first period. Now it's starting to boil up again here in period 2. It has been a penalty-filled game. And one way to know it's been a penalty-filled game, 5 power play goals for the Spacemen. 5 of their 7.
And I think even Motor City has one of their own.
Yes. So Schoenrock in for the draw against Logan Robbins of the Spacemen, and the puck neatly is pulled back, but it goes beyond the reach of Griffin Hernelstein. So Motor City regroups, and Hernelstein on the carry snaps it into the corner, and the race will be on. Looking over his shoulder is Jack Hoffman, and they clear it the length of the rink. And the new goaltender, Matthew Kapek, flips the puck ahead and hits his teammate. Looked like he hit him right in the face, and laboring to get off the ice will be his teammate, so that's a tough way to come into the game. Now Robbins controls, and it's a 2-on-1 for the Spacemen. Now it's a 3-on-1 coming across. The shot just goes wide that time by Jack Huffman. And I'll tell you what, the Motor City hockey player is still hurt, but he's had a tough time getting off the ice, and now we have a whistle. And that was Dacey. As the new goaltender, Matthew Kapek, came out to play that slow puck that was coming to him. He was trying to pass it ahead, and he looked like he hit Dacey right on the side of the helmet, maybe even got underneath the helmet and got him in the chin, but he is laboring as he went back to his bench.
Looks like he's favored just under his right ear along the jawline.
So the face-off will be outside of the Motor City zone. It'll be Cameron Perry on the draw for Fort Wayne. Still 26 seconds of power play time remain for the Motor City Hockey Club. And the draw goes to Fort Wayne, dumped back into its own zone, where hustling back is LaPointe. And he can't quite clear, so Schoenrock jousting that time with Cameron Perry. The shot right on, blockered out of there by the great goaltending of Lance Giovenco. And now Fort Wayne manages to clear, and the race is on between Diego Ramirez and Fort Wayne controls. But Motor City manages to clear, and they'll be offsides as that time the Spacemen just couldn't quite clear the zone. Power play has expired, and now some conversation continuing with Schoenrock as he heads back to his bench.
I think Motor City really was looking at that 2-on-0 goal that they had to bring this back within 3, back 5-2 at the time. I think they were looking at that to be a turning point in this game, but Fort Wayne came right back, and boom, now it's up to 5-goal deficit.
Well, I think you're right, Brandon, because that was the jump start you were talking about, and there really was more pep in Motor City's step. And then Fort Wayne comes back 31 seconds later and scores. And now another breakout. Cameron Perry, as he tries to get the puck across to his teammate, and that's going to be a delayed offside as Fort Wayne does clear the zone. 4:22 to go here in period 2. And it's just going to be rifled back in, goes off the backboards. Racing down to make the play is Diego Ramirez. But here is that oppressive Fort Wayne forecheck. Cameron Perry is all over his man, and he's out jousting two Motor City players. There's a shot. Ooh, a good tip attempt that time by Devin Perry. And there will be a whistle and a face-off with 2 ticks under 4 minutes to go here in period 2.
As you can see on all the plays, you can see the Spacemen doing a wonderful job cycling the puck, always keeping the puck moving. It's never on one player's stick for too long. They get it, they take a second to look at what play they have, what option they have, and then they just get going with whatever they decide to do.
Off the face-off, Toms Behrens, who has a hat trick in this game, tried to weave behind the net, but it's poked out into the neutral zone, but it comes right back to the stick of Behrens. Now that's batted away. And now cycling is Jared Fisher, he of the other hat trick. A pair of hat tricks in this home opener. That goes right on. Looks like it was tipped by Fisher, bidding for his 4th, and now circling. And dancing with the puck is Jack Huffman, but it's poked away by Motor City. Now flashing in off the off wing. And trying to make the play that time was Ronald Zamachski. And that will be an icing, I believe, on Fort Wayne. That time hustling was Toms Behrens, but Motor City gets to it first, and that'll be an icing against the Spacemen. 3:15 to go in period 2. 7-2 in favor of the Spacemen. Brandon Porter, Kent Horman here on the Spacemen Broadcast Network. Glad you could join us. Some history made tonight. The inaugural home opener for the Spacemen. Jared Fisher, the captain, has a hat trick. And Toms Behrens also has a hat trick. The other goal scored by local product, Corbin Schiebel. Talked about 9 of the 19-man roster of the Spacemen have Fort Wayne roots. Clock winding down to 3 minutes to go in period 2. Kept in that time by Dodd. Now as they battle for it. Breaking out is Tom's Behrens, who's been all over the ice. Trey Huffman digs it off the half wall, turns and fires, hits the referee, Chris Hoy. And now Jared Fisher comes back out to Tom's Behrens. Boy, what an electric line they've been. That time Behrens with the shot that goes through a maze of players and Karams back out. So gathering in his own end and recycling will be Corbin Schiebel. Schiebel able to get away from his defender briefly, and that time stepping into him was Alexander. So Mark Alexander playing the body. Fort Wayne, though, that suffocating forecheck tonight. Alexander, that time being hounded by Schiebel. Puck comes to neutral. And that'll just be dumped back in by Kevin Lapointe, who's had himself a fine night. Under 2 minutes to go here in period 2. Delayed offside, and the puck is just dumped into the corner that time by Dacey. So it looks like things are discombobulated for the Motor City Hockey Club, as Fort Wayne has a lot more hop in its step right now. And they are dominating in the offensive zone. That time Schiebel, who's had a tremendous shift and also has a goal, tried to tee it up, but it went just a little bit wide, but kept in that time by Yimmy Johnson. Now they battle for it in the corner. Spacemen try to keep it in. It's going to be a delayed offside, but it's poked into the neutral zone. And Yimmy Johnson collects in his own end. Passes across. A good play that time by Lapointe as he gets it to Logan Robbins. Big shot and a save that time by the backup goalie, Matthew Kapik. And we have a minute to go here in period 2. There's a quick shot that time.
Good block by Ormsby.
Yeah. Jacob Molnar, but a good job by Ormsby to get his body in front of it, and now flashing in is Cameron Perry. Tries to knife between two players. He's just pulled down that time by Ramirez, who should probably have to pay rent in the penalty box because Ramirez is going back in for another penalty.
One thing the Spacemen have to ask themselves, though, with all this effort, all this pressure, all this energy they have, is the saying that I had when I played under former Comet Dustin Virag, is the saying was the legs feed the wolf. In other words, you can have all this pressure, all this energy, but if you can't sustain it for all 3 periods, what's the point?
Yes. Yeah, you definitely have to stay on top of it.
Especially
well, you got to play a 60-minute game at any level. You can't play 40 minutes.
Especially with a comfortable 5-goal lead, and the fact that these two teams play literally in less than 24 hours.
Well, Ramirez in the penalty box. 45 seconds to go here, and the Spacemen, that'll be a hand pass, as one defenseman batted it down, and it was grabbed by the other defenseman. So yet another Fort Wayne power play as they have cashed in 5 times. And coming in, just trying to dribble it home that time, was Tom's Behrens, who already has the hat trick. Good save that time by Kapik. Now they try to knife it through. Here comes a breakaway the other way. Coming in, the shot, big save that time, and the rebound goes off the side of the net, as that time you had Ricky Schoenrock try to break in and put the Motor City Hockey Club somewhat back in the game. You never want to give up a goal in the final minute, and Schoenrock broke in, but a great play that time by Giovenko as we're down to the final 5 seconds. Motoring in is Lapointe, and there's a score! With 1.5 seconds to go, so that will come down at 19:59. That is a crusher.
Yeah, that's got to be a little demoralizing. Now you're down 6 goals.
8-2 Fort Wayne, and with just 1 second to go. And I believe that was Kevin Lapointe just flashing down, firing the shot on goal.
The officials ran the clock out for the period.
So give the goal to Lapointe, and we have reached the end of 2 periods of play. That is yet another power play goal. And at the end of the second period, the Spacemen are pouring it on the Motor City Hockey Club. It's 8-2 Fort Wayne. We will take a break and recap period 2. You are watching Spacemen Hockey on the Spacemen Broadcast Network.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors...
For every victory, for every highlight, for every team in the Summit Athletic Conference, we've got you covered. Like, follow, and subscribe for all the latest.
Parkview Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walk-in clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit parkviewsportsmedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels. Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Parkview Ortho Express is open Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Call 260-266-4007 for more information.
Brooks steals it, tips it away to himself. He'll go to the hoop and slam it down.
They attack, they get a great shot.
Here he comes. And look at Strong.
Shot hits the post, and the center feed to Luke Gibson. Shot scores.
The rush comes. Oh, almost picked off by Ethan Hoover.
And the takedown.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Come see us in Decatur at the 2733 Auto Mall and shop 7 brands in one location. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Call 260-266-4007 for more information.
Get mad about blue. Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's the Go to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ant in action. Get mad about blue.
Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, Nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Well, the Zambonis on the ice. We have completed 2 periods of play. The Zambonis on the ice as we have completed 2 periods of play here at the Parkview Sport 1 Ice House, along with Brandon Porter, Kent Horman here on the Spacemen Broadcast Network. It has been all Fort Wayne Spacemen, their inaugural season, their inaugural home opener. And if anything can be said of this hockey club after a game and 2/3, it is an offensive machine. They won their opener on the road against the Midwest Firebirds from Dyer, Indiana, 11-3. And after 2 periods of play here in Fort Wayne in the inaugural home opener, the Spacemen lead Motor City by the score of 8-2. Basically, it was a 4-goal outburst in the first period. The Spacemen led 4-1, so second verse, same as the first. They outscored Motor City 4-1 in period 2. Tom's Barons got things started just 2 minutes and 2 seconds in. On the power play, his second goal of the night, the assist went to Jared Fisher and also Kevin LaPointe. And just like that, it was 5-1. Fort Wayne is pouring it on. But caught in a line change, all of a sudden, it was Motor City breaking out with a 3-0 that became a 2-0, and Makaita Shulga scored the goal to make it a 5-2 hockey game. That came at 9:59. But then Tom's Barons picked up his second goal of the period, and his hat trick. We have 2 guys with hat tricks in this game. Jared Fisher, the captain, and Barons picked up a hat trick of his own. Jack Huffman and Fisher on the assist. Fisher has 3 goals and 3 assists in this game. He is a scoring machine. That came on the power play. And then later, Corbin Schiebel, the Fort Wayne product, after a great pass by Elvan Berard, Schiebel turned and fired. He lit the lamp at 12:42. And just like that, it was a 7-2 hockey game. And then Kevin LaPointe, with just 1 second left in the period, snapped a shot that got past Matthew Capek, who was the second goaltender Motor City has used in the game. And after the opening 40 minutes of hockey, it is all Spacemen. They are on top by the score of 8-2. Again, the penalty parade continued in the second period as 8 more penalties were called by the official, Chris Hoy. So we have to figure that the physicality is going to build up. And the third period should be very, very interesting because you have to figure Motor City and its coach, Jason McCrimmon, they're probably being told, win the third period or you have to do something in the third period to send the message for tomorrow, because these same 2 teams hook up again here at the Ice House at 11:30 tomorrow morning. So we are pleased to be joined here during the second intermission by one of the principal owners of the Spacemen, John Finch, who brought junior hockey to Fort Wayne. John, congratulations. Number one, you have to be happy with the product on the ice, and you also have to be delighted with all of the people who came out here tonight to support the Spacemen.
Well, thank you, Kent. Yes, we are very happy with all of the Fort Wayne fans that have come out to support us tonight. It's just been a fantastic atmosphere in the building, and the boys are really pumped and bringing it. I know there was a lot of excitement in the locker room before the game, and I think Schrocky's got them going pretty good.
Well, I'll tell you what, when you think about, first of all, bringing junior hockey, the United States Premier Hockey League, here to Fort Wayne, people are like, okay, I mean, they're going to have to learn this. They're used to youth hockey. They've been used to some levels of junior hockey over the years, and, of course, everybody is used to the Fort Wayne Comets. And talk about that a little bit, what the support of the Comets means to the Spacemen, because you've kind of replicated a past logo of theirs, the orange and black. You have the new coach of the Comets, Ben Boudreau, coming out to drop the puck. That symbiosis has to mean a lot.
It really does. I mean, Fort Wayne is the hockey town it is because of the Comets, and one of the first things that we did before we established this organization was to go to the Frankies and talk to them about how we could augment hockey in Fort Wayne and not compete with pro hockey. And they were excellent supporters of what we were trying to do and understood that, it's good for the game overall. More people are out here even before the Comet season gets started. They're able to scratch their hockey itch a little bit and come to a game of ours. And these are all boys that are hungry to try to get to college hockey, and we're just another part of the hockey puzzle in Fort Wayne and not at all in competition with the Comets. And we love all the Comet fans that come out and support us. And there's just a tremendous history in Fort Wayne, and we hope the Spacemen are here for many years to come.
And you can kind of crystallize that explanation, because people trying to get their arms around this level of junior hockey and what the United States Premier League is, it's for players age 17 to 21. And I go back to your head coach, a high school player here for Snyder. He played at a Division III school, Lowell, won a national championship, and then just by sheer hustle and will and heart, he had a good career with the Fort Wayne Comets, culminating with him being a captain on a championship team. So you're trying to take these kids 17 to 21 and just get them some sort of recognition, perhaps where they can play at a good, solid college level, and who knows what that can lead to.
That's exactly right. And there's a lot of opportunity in college hockey, and the USPHL is a huge league that it goes from Florida to Maine and all the way across to Chicago and all points in between. And you're exactly right. A guy like Schrocky and a lot of the guys that are on our Spaceman team right now, if they want it bad enough and they work hard enough, college hockey is for sure an avenue for them. And we hope that we see quite a few of these guys go on to college, and after that, maybe we'll see some of them come back here and wear a Comet jersey someday.
And the final question is, from what my impression is, the players love what you're providing them here in Fort Wayne. You're providing first-class accommodations, first-class treatment, first-class coaching. You're trying to do this at a very, very high level to get these kids acclimated to what it's like to try to climb that ladder.
Well, yes, and my partner, Todd Ramsey, who's the majority owner of the Spacemen, he and I got together on this quite a few years ago, and we knew if we were going to do it, we had to do it right. We had to do it in the tradition of the Fort Wayne Comets and be a class organization. And as a first-year team, that's what it takes to recruit guys to come to a new organization. So, we're trying to give them the best experience that we can while they're in Fort Wayne, and we think they're going to entertain the fans here and be a valuable part of our community.
John, congratulations for the product you've put on the ice so far. We're not going to put this one in the book because you have to play 60 minutes, not 40, but you're off to a rousing start. Congratulations on bringing junior hockey to Fort Wayne. I'm sure we're going to talk down the line.
Thank you, Kent. We appreciate you.
That is John Finch, one of the owners of the Fort Wayne Spacemen, one of the leading people to bring junior hockey here to Fort Wayne and to the Sport One Parkview Ice House. We're going to take a break and be back with second period action. It's 8-2 Fort Wayne, and you are watching Spacemen Hockey on the Spacemen Broadcast Network.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
Parkview Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walk-in clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more about what we can do.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors...
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Parkview Ortho Express is open Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Call 260-266-4007.
Now the teams return to the ice as we get set for the start of period number 3. Brandon Porter, Kent Horman here on the Spacemen Broadcast Network. Glad you could join us tonight for the inaugural home opener for the Fort Wayne Spacemen, and they have had no difficulty finding the net. They opened their season on the road against the Midwest Blackbirds from Dyer, Indiana, and won 11-3. And after 2 periods of play here in the first ever USPHL game played at the Parkview Sport One Ice House, the Spacemen lead 8-2 as we head for the final 20 minutes. And quite a couple of storylines tonight. Jared Fisher, the captain, he has a hat trick. He also has 3 helpers. So he had 4 points in the opener up in Dyer, has 6 points tonight with 3 goals and 3 assists. Tom's Barons also has a hat trick, so we have a pair of Spacemen hat tricks tonight. Lance Giovenco has been solid between the pipes, and so far it has been all Fort Wayne and Motor City. They started with Matthew Garneau in net, and now they have another Matthew Capek, who took over for him just about midway through period 2. We are underway in period 3, and let's see what unfolds here. Will Motor City try to send a message over the final 20 minutes, because the same 2 teams meet tomorrow here at the Ice House at 11:30. That's dumped into the Fort Wayne zone where it's flagged down by Lance Giovenco. Little backhand pass that time was intercepted by Brendan Gensman. And Motor City trying to put some early pressure on the Spacemen. Fort Wayne manages to get it to neutral ice. Backhand pass by Alvan Berard, who's had a great game. And that'll be a little too starchy, and that'll be icing called against Fort Wayne. We've played 36 seconds here in period number 3.
Schoenrock having a great opportunity. Unfortunately, the puck bounces, over his stick as he kind of had a wide open net off the initial shot by Motor City. That was stopped by the goaltender, Giovenco.
And now Motor City again trying to put some more pressure on. Yeah, Ricky Schoenrock is a big kid, 6'1", 175 pounds out of St. Clair Shores. And now here comes Fort Wayne. They go cross ice. Boy, some good tic-tac-toe passing. And the puck comes up right in front. Good save that time as Robbins bidding for a goal. But Capek was equal to the task. And there's going to be a penalty as once again, looks like that'll be a roughing call. So Chris Hoy has been sending a parade to the penalty box. And that'll be Devin Perry going off, it looks like, for roughing, 57 seconds in. So we've not played a minute here in period 3, and as they say, the penalty hits just keep on coming. So Motor City goes on a power play, trying to make things interesting, but off the face-off, Fort Wayne shoots at the length of the rink, and that had to be flagged down by Capek. He will leave for Griffin Hernelstein, and they'll start the rush back up, but Fort Wayne has done a great job of putting pressure on Motor City in its own end. Now fanning on the play that time was O'Rourke. They do get it in the Fort Wayne zone. That's just backhanded into the corner that time by Jacob Molnar. Shot behind the net, that's a little too strong. Can Fort Wayne win the race? a pair of Motor City players pinching along the boards, and let's see if they can dig it out. Fort Wayne does, and shot the length of the rink. So 1 minute and 12 seconds left on the power play, and racing in that time is Logan Robbins. Ooh, he takes a high hit from Shulga, kept in by Fort Wayne, dumped into the corner. Now Robbins takes a look, dances around Shulga, tries to flash it across. Oh, it just goes off the stick that time of Jack Huffman. He would have had a glorious scoring opportunity. Great forecheck by Logan Robbins on this PK. Just kicked back into the corner. O'Rourke backhands it. Finds Molnar, and that is shot the length of the rink while there's a change, and they're saying there is no icing because that time Jared Fisher, who came out on the line change, was racing toward the puck. And Fisher collects along the boards, tries to sidestep his man, but Dacey manages to pinch the puck away from him. Hoffman will find it, try to break in as Dacey is right on him. Centered right in front, and that time Fisher couldn't corral it, or he would have had a shot at his 4th goal of the game, and now racing out is Griffin Hernelstein. That shot score. What a shot. He just snapped that one. That went right over the shoulder that time of Giovenko. And what a shot that time by Griffin Hernelstein, and that will make it an 8-3 hockey game.
I believe that one came on the power play. Kind of, fisticuffed the goalie as he tried to reach it with the glove rather than trying to knock it away with the blocker. But, he kind of, just lost track of the speed of the puck, and it kind of caught him by surprise, and next thing you know, it's in the corner of the net, and now it's an 8-3 game.
Hernelstein with the goal at 2:43, and they return to center ice for the drop. So 2:43 the time of the goal, and it's an 8-3 hockey game. Well, Fort Wayne has answered every time Motor City has tried to make a game of it. That is shoveled aside that time by Kapek. As again, good pressure applied by Logan Robbins, who's been seeing plenty of ice time here, mostly in period 2, and now here at the outset of period 3. And now Elvan Berard tries to go past his man. He's knocked to the ice with a good hit, but it's kept in front. There's a quick shot that time as Kevin Lapointe is hawking for a goal. Boy, he just got stick-checked big time by Hernelstein, who rubs his man into the boards. But Robbins comes back to the point. There's a shot that just ticks off the glove that time as Elvan Berard, a great job of keeping it in. They come right across in front. Schiebel can't quite handle it, and there is a whistle and a face-off.
Net is off the mooring.
Yep. 16:15 remain here in period number 3. 8-3 in favor of Fort Wayne. So the teams will put some fresh troops out there. Face-off will be to the right of the goaltender, Matthew Kapek. And again, don't forget, same 2 teams here tomorrow at the Parkview Sport 1 Ice House for an 11:30 biscuit drop. So you can have biscuits and bagels, but the biscuit will be a hockey puck. Come out here to the Ice House and check out the newly renovated Overtime Restaurant that has all sorts of new fare, cold beverage. 3 sheets of ice here in this building, and they host all levels of hockey. Now that pass is intercepted by Brown, and he races in. He's got a chance. He looks, he shoots. Big save that time by Giovenko. What a play by Lance Giovenko to deny another scoring opportunity for Motor City. There's a big drive from the top of the circle. That just whistles wide as Perry was bidding for a goal. That's Cameron Perry. And now he just dumps it back into the corner where it's collected by Robbins. Right in the slot, there's a score. Jack Huffman, what a play. And once again, the Spacemen answer a goal by Motor City. So Jack Huffman will pick up the goal. What a great play by Robbins. It comes at 4:14. So less than 2 minutes after Motor City scores. Just a great centering pass, and Huffman made no mistake. 15:46 to play, 9-3 now in favor of the Spacemen. They come back to center. Jack Huffman with the goal. Cameron Perry and Lucas Robbins on the assist. 9-3 in favor of the Spacemen. And they are bidding for more as here comes that suffocating forecheck. Now behind their own net, Motor City trying to find a way to clear. I'll tell you what, the Spacemen do a good job of keeping two men deep and in position. Now Behrens tries to get past Seacrest. And Fisher comes out with the puck. He has 3 goals and 3 assists tonight. Fires that one over the net and a little bit wide. Tell you what, Jared Fisher is just all over the ice, and that's going to be dumped the length of the rink, and it should go for an icing and does. 14:50 remains in the hockey match. 9-3 in favor of the Spacemen.
That assist by Cameron Perry brought to you by Hatamaki Packaging and Labeling Company.
Yeah, whenever Devin Perry or Cameron Perry score a goal or an assist, Hatamaki Packaging and Labeling Company is proud to be a sponsor of the Perry brothers. Now Emmy Johnson circles in his own end. They come to the middle. That just caroms off the skate of, again, the man who's all over the ice, Logan Robbins. Intercepted. Here comes a shot right in front. Score! Kim gets the lamp lit. What a shot. The errant puck came out near the top of the circle, and Yeeman Kim has his first goal of the night. And it's double digits again for the Spacemen. 5:30 of the period. And Imin Kim has given the Spacemen a 10-3 lead. We still have 14 minutes and 30 seconds left in the match. LaPointe gets an assist, so he has another helper in the game. 10-3 in favor of the Spacemen. And here they come looking for more. Robbins comes in, backhander, kick save that time, and it may wind up in the net. It looks like O'Rourke maybe slid behind the play and guided the puck into the net. That's going to be a Fort Wayne goal. So now the Spacemen are just piling it on.
3 goals in the span of how many seconds right there?
Well, we'll figure that out here. This one comes at the 5:44 mark. Let's see who they award the goal to.
I don't even think it was 60 seconds.
Logan Robbins gets the goal at 5:44. Well, they get 2 goals in 14 seconds. And 3 goals in a minute and a half. Well, right now they have matched the identical score that they had when they won against the Midwest Blackbirds in Dyer, Indiana. They won 11-3, and it's 11-3 right now with 14:12 to still to go in the game. That's just ripped in behind the net that time by Corbin Schiebel, who has a goal in this match. They come back to the point. There's a low shot. Batted down in front, collected by Schoenrock, and he just rings it around the boards.
Icing waved off.
Yep. Well, I would imagine they'll really want to try to keep the play moving here over the final 13 minutes and change. That's ahead to Schiebel. Schiebel comes in, takes a look, little toe drag. Now it comes back. Oh, a big split save that time by Kapik. Nifty little toe drag that time by Corbin Schiebel, and motoring back the other way is Motor City. Makita Shulga battling. But Fort Wayne now takes control. Elvan Berard, who's had an outstanding game on the blue line, banged off the boards by O'Rourke. Berard loses an edge, but collecting is Schiebel. Now he comes back across. Loose puck just sitting there wide open in front. And Berard gets back, but looks like Motor City is trying to put just a little more pressure on Griffin Hernelstein, who has a goal. He tries to get it to Schoenrock, and now Fort Wayne just wants to clear to the neutral zone, and they do, but now it's back in the Fort Wayne end on a delayed offside. 12:44 to go, 11-3 Fort Wayne. That'll just be shot the length of the rink because I believe the Spacemen want a line change, so they will take the icing. Although they can't get the line change because they iced the puck. So that's one of the things you will get at this learning level with 17-year-olds.
As someone who broadcasted the Robin brothers for about 2 seasons in the high school hockey here in Fort Wayne, they're the last people you want to see on a breakaway or a 2-on-1 opportunity. They will actually burn the defensemen with their speed. They are extremely fast.
And the Spacemen try to break out, and coming in, that looks like a holding the stick that went uncalled. Well, maybe not. Robbins was breaking in, and looks like there will be a holding call. So Chris Hoy has had an eagle eye on everything that's gone on tonight on the ice.
Prime example right there. Number 19, that is Lucas Robbins. Once again, he had to be held back or else it's going to be a breakaway opportunity for the Spacemen. That's pretty much exactly what I just got to talking about that they did at the high school level here in Fort Wayne.
Dacey goes off for interference at 7:31. That was a great job by Robbins to try to split the defense literally, and they just tried to turn him into an Oreo, but in the process, one of the players had to interfere with him, and that was Dorsey. So Zamajki on the draw for Motor City against Robbins. Jack Huffman controls. Yet another Fort Wayne power play, and they have been lethal with the Mad advantage. Now Robbins with a shot that comes off the chest, and then it's gloved and smothered by Matthew Kapik. 1:49 left in the Fort Wayne power play. 12:17 to go in the hockey game. Zamajski again against Robbins, and Fort Wayne wins the draw, comes back to the point. Berard fakes the shot, comes across to Emmy Johnson, who has a goal. And that goes off the stick of Berard. And Fort Wayne has to regroup. Well, we're going to get to the point, when you get a chance to score, you're going to want to score. You're not going to miss an empty net, especially if you work hard to set things up. But I think Fort Wayne's going to get to the point, probably, Brandon, when you get under 10 minutes or so, they're going to try to let the clock be their friend a little bit more.
Yeah, you'll just see them mostly start working on kind of like finessing, putting the fine tunes on passing, breakout plays. You won't really see them trying to score, but, you can't just stop shooting altogether.
Right. And here's a potential 2-on-1. Again, a little toe drag by Robbins. That's sticked aside by Kapik. Well, one of the things I've been impressed with so far in this hockey game, open net. Oh, he missed it on a rebound from the shot by Robbins. The open net was missed by, I believe, Hoffman. And now Hermelstein and Schiebel are jousting in front of the net as the puck is cleared to the length of the rink, banged behind the boards by the goaltender, Lance Giovenko. But to me, Fort Wayne has played great position. And that's one of the things that has led to so many scoring opportunities, so many great breakouts, because they are playing fantastic position. And sometimes you'll see guys just running around a little bit. They have been on their wings.
Rebound.
They've been center and racing in. That time the defenseman was coming in. And I'll tell you what, Cameron Perry is probably figuring how on earth did he make that save, because he was wide open from about 10 feet out, and he probably goes, well, if all that net, why did I shoot it into the goaltender? 18 seconds left in the Fort Wayne power play, 10:47 left in the hockey game. Spacemen on top by the score of 11-3. Mark Alexander comes off in favor of Molnar. Now Fort Wayne still on the power play. There's a shot by Fisher that whistles a little bit wide. And it's cleared back behind the Fort Wayne net. So the power play will expire here as Fort Wayne brings the puck up ice again. They're not quite playing with the same sense of urgency, but they're still playing. Oh, that time Fisher misses the centering pass right at the side of the net.
Not quite sure what the...
Well, Chris Hoy, I believe, is going to call. Oh, the puck... the net came... As the puck came around, the net came off its mooring on the left side, and the face-off will be outside the zone. So they'll say that was initiated by a Spacemen player. 10:19 left in the hockey game. 11-3 Fort Wayne. Delighted you could join us tonight on the Spacemen Broadcast Network. Well, the big guy, Ricky Schoenrock, wins the draw for Motor City. Now Dacey tries to weave past the Fort Wayne defender Kim, who loses the grip on his shillelagh. Now the Spacemen try to clear that time. And it's Motor City. It's Dacey behind his own net. Rings it around the boards. That time Mikaita Shulga can't quite make anything happen. So Fort Wayne in its own end, they look for the centering pass, but that was behind Perry. And now it's Motor City with an attempt. That shot, well, looked like Giovenko lost track of it for a moment. And it got past him.
It's in the net.
Yeah, it got past him. I was wondering because he looked left, he looked right, and that got past him. So Motor City gets on the board. And I believe that was a sneaky little shot that time by Brendan Gensman that somewhat surprised Giovenko. So Gensman at 10:15. Well, you have to give Motor City credit. They're not quitting. And again, you have to figure, still with just about half of the third period to go, they want to send a message, although he no more than scores a goal. And it looks like Gensman is going to the box. So he'll go for a hook at 10:21. So 6 seconds after he scores a goal, Gensman heads to the sin bin. And yet another Fort Wayne Spacemen power play. Schoenrock, who's seen a ton of ice time for Motor City, will take the draw yet again. And this time it's won by Robbins. Now scooped up by Schiebel, who's really stepped up his play here in the latter part of the game, and he's collected a goal. Now we'll see if the Spacemen can come out with the puck and try to get another scoring opportunity as Hernelstein steps into Robbins. Now Fort Wayne trying to dig the puck out so they can go to work on the power play. Hernelstein and Schiebel battle. And it's shot the length of the rink that time by Schoenrock, who stepped into by Jack Huffman. It's like Schoenrock wants to have a conversation with Huffman. Little extracurricular stuff going on behind the play. Fort Wayne still with 1:16 left in power play time. Now weaving in with the puck is Huffman. There's a shot that just goes a little bit wide. Now Hernelstein tries to take his man off the play, and there's going to be yet another penalty, and it'll be a trip. And who will go to the bin this time? Penalty is at 11:15.
Schiebel.
And Corbin Schiebel goes off for the trip. So the teams will now play four aside. 8:45 left in the contest. It's 11-4 in favor of the Spacemen. So, well, early on, just about 2 games in, 11 has been their favorite number. They won 11-3 in their season opener in Dyer, Indiana. They're ahead 11-4 here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And again, the first of 2 tilts against this Motor City Hockey Club. There's an interception skating right in. There's a little backhand to Deke. And just missing that time was Mark Alexander as he was in cold turkey on Lance Giovenko. If there's any one thing I think that Kaylee Schrock will want to clean up, it'll be the breakaways. That time denied on a good cut-in play is Cameron Perry. So, tell you what, the scoring opportunities are really fattening up here over the last 8 minutes of play. But I feel if they're going to have any kind of conversation, if they look at video, if they analyze this game, Kaylee Schrock's going to say, hey, boys, I'm not sure what's going on, but we have to clean up the breakaway opportunities. That shot by Jack Hoffman just whistles high and wide, and now back the other way, giving chase, is Mark Alexander. Motor City's about to go back on the power play. In fact, they're on the power play right now, so Fort Wayne can ice the puck, but Motor City trying to break in. There's a big hit of Alexander stepping into Jack Huffman. Now they try to center, and Fort Wayne looking for the breakout. Still 42 seconds of power play time now remaining for Motor City. Quick shot that time by Cameron Perry. It's gloved by Kapik, and that'll get a whistle and a face-off. In the Motor City zone with still 33 seconds of power play time left for the Motor City Hockey Club. They operate out of Troy, Michigan. Talked about this at the top of the broadcast. In the Midwest East, the Spacemen are with the Chicago Cougars, Decatur Blaze from Illinois, Detroit Fighting Irish, Metro Jets from Fraser, Midwest Blackbirds from Dyer, and this Motor City Hockey Club from Troy, Michigan. Now they're just trying to take some time off that power play, and that'll be shot the length of the rink. So maybe one more rush for Motor City, but racing in is Berard. Berard has the puck, and then he takes a big heavy hit that time. Able to retain his balance as he knocked the Motor City player to the ice. Under 7 minutes to play. O'Rourke has it intercepted. That time Kim can't get past Hermelstein.
Spaceman back to full strength.
Himmy Johnson shovels it ahead to Kevin Lapointe, who's had himself quite a night. He clears the zone, tries to slide it across, but they're going to say it was offside. Under 6.5 minutes to go. Tell you what, a lot of this capacity crowd here in the Parkview Sport One Ice House is still hanging around, and they're liking what they see, probably hoping for more of the same tomorrow morning. Again, with an 11:30 face-off. And it's great to see a lot of the former Fort Wayne Comet legends on hand. Ron Leaf, who has coached a lot of hockey in this town, he teaches a shooting clinic in this building for young up-and-coming players. Good chance to see Ron Leaf, who was one of the more prolific scoring Comets in history.
Play offside on that one.
So time winding down, and it is not the best friend of the Motor City Hockey Club as they trail by a touchdown with 6:22 to play. Now dancing in, what a great move that time. Oh, a superb move that time by Jack Huffman as he just basically deked his defender out of position and got a quality shot on goal that Matthew Kapek was able to knock down.
Kind of reminded me of one of the best puck handlers in the NHL from the late 90s to the early 2000s, Detroit Red Wing, number 13, Pavel Datsyuk.
Pavel Datsyuk, yep. Boy, he could score points in bushels, too. Now Seacrest racing down the wing, tries to get a centering pass. That's poked away by Trey Huffman. Now he'll circle, weave through his zone. Dancing now into the Motor City zone. Tries to get past his defender as Griffin Hernelstein knocks him to the ice, and the puck rings around the boards. And this very well could be an icing if it makes it. And yes, indeed, they will call icing. With 5:42 left in the hockey game, 11-4 in favor of the Spacemen.
For a second, I thought they were going to wave it off as it looked like Jack Huffman kind of stopped skating a little bit. I know in the higher levels, if they stop skating and they feel like the player has a chance to play the puck and they slow up trying to get it in icing, they'll wave it off.
Cameron Willingham on the draw against Cameron Perry, so dueling Camerons. And the Fort Wayne Cameron wins it. Now there's a quick shot that's blocked away. Cameron Perry is trying to set up shop and then get it to his brother Devin Perry, who is camped out in front right now. Big hit that time applied to Yimin Kim, who has a goal in this hockey game. So Perry is being rubbed off the play by Hernelstein as they battle in front, and now you have Kim trying to get something going in front. Meanwhile, I'll tell you what, it's going to be a sore right arm of referee Chris Hoy, and now all of a sudden tempers are flaring. The linesmen do a good job of jumping in there. So with 14:46 to go, we are going to have more penalty time.
It looks like Fort Wayne's going to get one, too.
Well, it's going to be Devin Perry.
And looks like the captain, Griffin Hernelstein, goes in from Motor City. With the official announcement from PA announcer Larry Schmidt.
And we'll see if they're just coincidental minors or if somebody picks up an additional 2 minutes of penalty time. We'll probably be able to tell where they are going to have the face-off. And if they are skating down to the Fort Wayne end, it could be 4 minutes versus 2 minutes. 5:14 left in the hockey game. Brandon Porter and Kent Horman here on the Spacemen Broadcast Network. Well, and all of a sudden, Dacey is going like, wait a second, who, me? Well, he's not going to the penalty box.
Looks like referee Hoy directing him to the face-off circle.
Well, he's been stepping up a lot of the physicality, and he's also been stepping up quite a bit of the chirping. So right now, the only penalty time they have up is Devin Perry. So it looks like it was 4-2. Well, no, it's just the one penalty, and that was called to Perry because it's a 5-on-4. So Perry will get the roughing, and another power play opportunity for Motor City. Weaving around is Dacey, so Dacey's playing deep. There's only one man at the point right now, and it goes to him as it goes to Colin O'Rourke. Now, Motor City trying to establish something. Comes back to O'Rourke, his shot. That whistles wide. Karams off the backboards, flipped off the boards, kept in that time by O'Rourke.
Penalty.
And there's going to be yet another penalty.
Looks like now a 5-on-3 opportunity for Motor City. So now they're going to look to, all right, now we got a two-man advantage. Let's do some damage here. And like I said, get the momentum going in their favor.
This comes at 15-19. It's going to go to Fisher. Well, he's had plenty of goals tonight, 3. Plenty of assists tonight, 3. And he may have picked up the hat trick in penalty minutes. And now it looks like there's been a timeout called.
Looks like the referee Hoy's calling more penalties.
Oh, he is. So Perry goes in. Cameron Perry goes in.
Schoenrock, too, from Motor City. Might be unsportsmanlike conduct on that.
Yep. So Chris Hoy has had enough of the chirping that's going on the ice. And again, with the way the tensions build up with Fort Wayne outscoring Motor City 4-1 in the first, 4-1 in the second, and basically 3-2 here in the third. They got 10-minute misconducts. So Perry and Schoenrock basically done for the night.
I think that's just the referee
sending a message for tomorrow. He's sending his own message.
Yeah. Like, all right, this enough is enough. Let's get this over with, and we'll take care of business tomorrow. But even tomorrow, I'm going to be watching like an eagle.
Now, those are two valuable players, one for each team. Cameron Perry and Ricky Schoenrock. And their night is over as they each receive misconducts. 4:40 to go in the hockey game. And now a two-man advantage, a 5-on-3. But just like that, Motor City can't control the puck, and Alvan Berard flips it the length of the rink. Now, Dacey taking a lot of time setting up shop for the breakout. Minute 6 remains on one penalty, 1:38 on the other. Big hit that time is laid into Seacrest. Well, again, we talked about how as far as this third period was concerned, Motor City wanted to try to maybe win the period or at least send a message that they're not going to go away. They're going to spend the night and be back tomorrow morning for a fresh hockey game. There's a shot low by O'Rourke that's just steered aside. And yet another penalty is being called. This will be a slashing penalty. Well, let's see who is heading to the box this time. They're going to have to oil the hinges because that thing has been swinging open all night long.
Looks like faceoff will be down in the Motor City zone.
We're trying to figure out, and it looks like all of a sudden
Shulga.
Makita Shulga didn't know he was going to the penalty box for the slash at 16:04. So now it's a 4-on-3 instead of the 5-on-3. That shot winds up in the feet of Dacey. He's looking for a breakout play. Comes across to Gensman. Gensman coming in the off wing. Just rubbed off the play that time.
4-on-3, one of the rare power plays you'll see in hockey.
So Emmy Johnson did a good job of controlling the play there. Now LaPointe's just going to try to take some time off the clock. As will Berard, who's had an outstanding game tonight defensively and jumping in there and helping out. Leading breakouts. Johnson just weaving in his own end, taking time off the clock, then shoots at the length of the rink. So the one penalty is up. So now it's 4-on-4. We only have just over 3 minutes left in the hockey game. And here comes Fort Wayne breaking in again. Robbins trying to split the defense. Boy, he was cold-cocked from behind, and he's going to look and find out. And he said, that's just a cheap shot. And then O'Rourke kind of gets the glove wave at him. That was a cheap shot, and that is not acceptable at any level.
And looks like Robbins is going to get the short end of that one as he goes to the box for a misconduct.
Wow, I cannot believe that they did not give the penalty to O'Rourke for basically a blatant cross-check from behind. So yet another misconduct, this coming at the 17-minute mark. Well, he pretty well got pole-axed from behind, and you could see it coming, and I actually thought there would be a penalty called on O'Rourke and then a retaliation on Robbins, but instead...
That'll be one to keep an eye on for tomorrow's game. See if Robbins might get a little payback on that one.
Yep, no question. Well, that shot the length of the rink, and that will be an icing. And then after the play, again...
And now he looks like he's going.
Well, things are getting chippy with interest here in the final 3 minutes. And that was just a nonsensical hit after the play.
Another 10-minute misconduct.
Well, Brendan Gensman gets 10. So I think in the Fort Wayne box, they virtually have to stand. It's standing room only in the Fort Wayne penalty box.
And looks like the same starting to happen for Motor City.
So Brown on the draw against Huffman for Fort Wayne. There's a shot. Good glove save that time by Kapik. As that time Trey Huffman with a good snappy wrist shot. Matthew Kapik, who came on in relief of Matthew Garneau just about midway through period 2. He's given up a couple of goals, but done a pretty good job since he came in the game. Brown is breaking out, but hounded from behind by Huffman. In fact, both Huffman brothers were side by side, and yet another penalty. And it looks like it's just about to come unraveled.
I think this is where the referee Hoy needs to go to both coaches at this point and say enough is enough.
Yep. I could not agree more, Brandon, and these two teams have to play again tomorrow. And there's sending a message, and then there's being silly. And they're approaching the ladder, because we talked about this. You know, this is kind of one of those developmental levels of junior hockey. And if you're going to start progressing to higher levels, get to college, this is the stuff that college coaches won't stand for.
No, this right here is one of those things that a lot of scouts will overlook. Like, they'll look at him like, oh, well, now their temper is taking over their game. They can't control the emotions.
That's a good point. Yeah, you have the physical skill, but you got to have it between the ears. There's no question about that.
So we'll get the calls on this one.
2:36 left in the game. 11-4 in favor of the Spacemen. So Diego Ramirez gets a misconduct. Huffman gets a hook and a misconduct.
And then Hernelstein gets a 10-minute misconduct as well.
Hernelstein, another wow. It'll be interesting to review the stat sheet tomorrow. Just a little too strong that time for Fisher. And kept in that time by Elvan Berard. What a great job. And there's going to be yet another penalty called, as there has been a ton of stick work in this game. It's a delayed penalty. There's a big drive. Score. Kapik never saw it on the delayed penalty. A big shot that time by Behrens, and he has his 4th goal of the match. Puck came out to him from about 40 feet out, and he made no mistake with the big slap shot. And that will come at 17:48. So now it's an even dozen for the Spacemen.
And we do apologize right now, ladies and gentlemen. We are continuing to bring this live. However, we are trying to figure out what happened with our camera. So as soon as we can get that up and running, we will get it out to you.
Well, I've done my share of radio over the years, so hopefully they can still access our audio. 2:12 left in the game.
One's got to wonder if it's just an SD card, got full with the length.
Oh, they're giving the goal to Fisher. Well, it's his 4th goal of the match. So Fisher gets the goal. That's his 4th of the game. And here comes Kim streaking in with 2 minutes to go. Takes the hip check that time. But flashing in, not quite able to control the puck that time, was Lucas Robbins. Breaking out the other way is Brown with speed. Tries to split the Fort Wayne defenders. Can't quite get the stick on the puck. Tries for the wraparound. And a good job that time by Giovenko to hold his ground. We have 100 seconds left in the hockey game. 12-4 in favor of the Spacemen. Now circling in his own end is Alexander. He'll stop behind his net. A modest forecheck that time by Lucas Robbins. And swooping in is Kim. Now here comes the breakout the other way. Ronald Zamachski leaves for Alexander. Alexander tries to get it in the zone. He'll skate it in. Dances into the corner. Johnson tries to ride him off the play. And now Fort Wayne looks to break it out as we have 1 minute left in the hockey game. That was a delayed offside. So Fort Wayne will just probably try to let the clock run itself out. That's banked off the boards. They try to feather it ahead, but that's a little too strong for Behrens. And now here comes Emi Johnson, dumping it in. Schiebel tries to swoop behind the net. Let's see if he can find somebody to center to. Good speed by Corbin Schiebel as he's chased down that time by Makita Shulga.
Fort Wayne back to full strength.
And 30 seconds to go in the game, so Fort Wayne will look for one more clear. They get the job done. Now Johnson tries to weave past his defender O'Rourke. Swooping in to get the play is Schiebel. Now Fisher with the shot goes off the glove and over the net that time. Down to the final 12 seconds. Sechrist tries to clear. Shulga bangs it out. Schiebel will have it, and all he has to do is just skate it back and let the final 5 seconds run out. As we are down to 2 seconds, 1 second, and that is the hockey game. What an impressive inaugural home opener for the Fort Wayne Spacemen as they defeat the Motor City Hockey Club by the final score of 12-4. I would say the Spacemen have plenty of offense. They have scored 23 total goals in their first 2 games. We'll have to see if they can keep that pace up when these same 2 teams meet here tomorrow at 11:30. We'll take a break and recap the third period and wrap things up. You're watching Fort Wayne Spacemen Hockey on the Spacemen Broadcast Network.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, Visit SummitCitySports.com.
Parkview Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walk-in clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit parkviewsportsmedicine.com to learn more about what we can do.
Along with Brandon Porter, Kent Horman here, as it has been an impressive inaugural season home opener for the Fort Wayne Spacemen in the first of two meetings between these two teams over the weekend. The Spacemen prevail and then some as they win by the final score of 12-4. They outscored Motor City to the tune of 4-1 each of the first two periods, so they led 8-2 coming into the third. You have to give Motor City credit. They tried to hang in there. Griffin Hernelstein scored a goal, 2:43 into the third period, but as they did the entire night, Fort Wayne answered very, very quickly. Jack Huffman with the go. That came at 4:14. And then Iman Kim got his first goal as he scored at the 5:30 mark, and then just a mere 14 seconds later, it was Logan Robbins scoring a goal to make it big lead for Fort Wayne once again. Genzelman, as he broke in, had a really sneaky shot that got past Lance Giovenco, so Brendan Gensman got a goal to make it interesting, to make it a 11-4 hockey game, but then Tony Behrens, with 2 minutes and 12 seconds left to go in the match, scored his fourth goal of the night, and that wound up being the final score, 12-4 in favor of the Spacemen. So all they've done, Brandon, is score 23 goals in their first two games. They've only given up 7, and one thing's for sure is Kaylee Schrock has put together quite the speedy and quite the offensive hockey club.
Yeah, the team seems really skilled through the first two games. Like, once again, as you noted, tallying 23 goals in just 2 games is pretty astounding for a very first-time season.
Well, and you talked about some of the guys to watch, Kevin LaPointe and Jared Fisher. Those were your two players to watch. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Kevin LaPointe was all over the ice. He set up a lot of the goals tonight. He had a goal of his own on the power play, and then you had Jared Fisher, the captain, who had a tremendous night as he had the 3-goal hat trick, also had 3 assists, so he's got 10 points in his first 2 games. And then how about Tom's Behrens, his line mate, who has a 4-goal night? He gets the Texas hat trick. These guys have offense aplenty, and we talked about this in the pregame show. Kaylee Schrock likes guys with speed, grit, and one of the things that impressed me is they really played their position. They weren't running around all over the ice.
Yeah, they did a great job making sure that everybody had a man that was covered. Nobody really had that open ice feel. That they made sure that Motor City didn't exactly have enough room to breathe.
So we'll see what Motor City can answer with tomorrow. It has to be a disheartening loss for Motor City, as Fort Wayne was just all over them, oppressive forechecking, great position play, opportunistic goal scoring, and the offensive machines that are Jared Fisher and Tom's Behrens with a dash of Kevin LaPointe. Good solid goaltending by Lance Giovenco as well. Again, the same two teams will be here at the Parkview Sportwind Ice House. They'll wrap up the 2-game weekend set tomorrow. It will be breakfast at the Ice House because the biscuit drop will be held at 11:30 tomorrow morning. So you can sneak your way, you go to church, and then you come out here and then watch some Spacemen hockey. The same two teams, the Fort Wayne Spacemen and the Motor City Hockey Club. So that'll do it for tonight's broadcast. Again, for my broadcast partner, Brandon Porter, my name is Kent Horman. Once again, the final score of tonight's USPHL hockey game, the Fort Wayne Spacemen 12 and the Motor City Hockey Club 4. Until tomorrow at 11 o'clock, this is Kent Horman saying so long. You have been watching Spacemen Hockey on the Spacemen Broadcast Network.
And on behalf of the Fort Wayne Spacemen, we do apologize for the loss of picture in the final minutes of the third. Our camera, unfortunately, battery did die. But we do apologize for that once again, and we hopefully look forward to bringing you more action tomorrow morning at 11:30 between the Motor City Hockey Club and your Fort Wayne Spacemen.